Welcome, Warrior Nation. We are in Houston, Texas at Rice University for the kickoff of the 2023 TCAL Six-Man State Football Championship. We are way up high in the press box, and because of that, we don't have the ESPN quality cameras. I'm here with Coach Hayden, and we're gonna make the most of it. We'll try to give you as close to the action as we can. I know it's a little bit of a ways to look down there, but we will try to get you involved as much as we can, as Cesar Morales will be doing the kicking off, and he's going to do a little kickoff. The ball's bubbled and then immediately tackled as Chuck Brush and Jacob Segundo and Ben Marsh gang tackle. And we're off. It's the start of it's state championship kickoff. We're in.
Man, this is awesome. What a facility. What a beautiful day here in Houston, Texas. Great view of downtown Houston right here from the Rice Stadium at Rice University. Man, these Warriors are fired up and ready to go. We just had a great national anthem, a great prayer by our head of school, Mr. Travis Locke here.
The anthem was awesome. She blew it out of the water. It was amazing.
And I think we're ready to go.
We're ready. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Sunnybrook Lions. They'll be in their home blues. Annapolis in the all-whites as the away team. As Sunnybrook starting with a spread formation. Twins to the left. A little pitch back. Cesar Morales chasing. And they're going to go deep right off the bat. And they have a man, but he drops it. Good coverage by Blake. 17 got a little separation, but Blake was able to disrupt the pattern just enough. First pass incomplete.
Yeah, Sunnybrook coming right out the gate, firing and going for that deep ball. Just comes up a little bit short there as the pass was incomplete. Nice break there for the Warriors.
It'll be 2nd and 15. As if you are familiar with football, six-man football, you know it's 15 yards. Short pass way over the head. Good pressure. Cesar Morales all over the quarterback number 1. He had to throw it hot way overhead. Now it's 3rd and 15.
Yeah, again, good pressure from the Warriors. Forced a tough pass out of bounds. And already the Warriors' defense looking strong. 3rd and long here to start for the Warriors. Great start for Annapolis defense.
So 3rd and 15, like Coach Hayden said, good start as the defense, which has been a strength all year, is already starting off really well. Sunnybrook starting a real tight formation. Little pitch to the left. Orrin Prime trying to get it contained. Gets around Jacob Segundo, and a big hit. Cleaning up the mess is Cesar Morales.
My goodness, he just hit the hit stick on him. Man, that's a big play, too, because it looked like he was about to turn the corner. Cesar said not today, and we've got a big 4th down coming up right here out the gate.
So good gain on 3rd down. It's going to make it 4th and short. 4th and I would say about 5. And we have our first 4th down of the state championship game.
Be a big stop.
Defense gets a chance to get the ball back if they make a big play here.
Be a big stop here for Annapolis. See what they can do.
Lions starting that tight formation again. They've got short little twins. Little pitch. The man's there. He breaks 1 tackle, then 2, and gets stood up, and I think it's way short.
Let's see what the flag is here.
There is a penalty on the ground. It was from the side judge. It's either offsides or somebody moved early. Little conversation. The white hat's turning. He's going to say offside, so that's going to give them an automatic 1st down because I think that 5 yards is going to give enough, and it does. Yep, barely, but it does.
Tough break for the Warriors there. The defense looked solid. They got the stop they wanted, but, just penalties like that can kill you in big games like this.
So 1st and 15 for the Lions as they are crossed over midfield, and six-man football, it is an 80-yard field, so the yardage is a little bit off what we're used to. Little fake handoff play action. Here comes the rush. One squirms out to the left. Cesar Morales, and there's a little good pressure by Cesars. He got a good hurry, and it forced a bad pass, another incomplete.
Cesars coming out this game with some energy. 2 big plays early with the tackle, and a great hurry from the quarterback there makes the rush throw there.
So Caesar, they initially bid on that play action. One squirmed out. He had a little bootleg to the left, but Caesar just closed that gap in a hurry, forced a bad throw, and now it's 2nd and 15 for the Lions. They just crossed over midfield, so they're at the Warriors' 38-yard line. Sunnybrook staying in that tight formation. They've got 2 receivers to the right, but they're real close. And that was a pitch out. Good edge, and there's a lot of whites, and he breaks out several tackles, but eventually Jacob Segundo cleans up the mess.
Yeah, big tackle. It looked like he was just going to squirm his way out of there and find that hole, but Jacob closed it off well. And, again, Warriors defense, minus the penalty, looking really solid to start this game.
Yeah, that's just a gain of 1 yard. Orrin did a good job bringing the 21 back to the middle of the field, but he was able to get out of several tackles. Then Jacob eventually came down the line of scrimmage and finished him off. Just a short game, so it's 3rd and 14. Defense really not giving much of anything to the Lions. Lions choose to stay in that tight formation. They've got 2 receivers real tight to the right side of their line. And 1 back. Little fake handoff, little short, little catch. Gets around the side and pushed out of bounds by Chuck. It's going to be close to the first down, maybe. Yep,
looks like you're going to give it to him.
And he got it. Yep, another first down. The receiver initially fell down, then was able to regain his balance and got a nice little 16-yard gain for that first down.
Yeah, nice play call there from Sunnybrook. They had some space there on that short little throw, so Warriors will need to be aware of the pass game as well as the run game early on.
Sunnybrook likes the little dink and dunks, and then they'll try to throw a deep one. Lions staying in that similar formation, everything real tight, even the receivers. 21 with the ball and just driven to the ground. Chuck Brush, nice job keeping his feet and just drove him back, and that's a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, big tackle from Chuck there. The Warriors are doing a great job so far on the run defense. They're really reading any direction they go and, making some big plays. Some of our heavy hitters coming up clutch early on in this game, so you look to see some more of that as we press on.
It is 2nd and 16 with that 1 yard loss. Lions stay in that tight formation. They got 2 receivers off to the right. Little fake. A little lob pass. It's up for grabs. And, out jumps 17. Jumped over the top. And we got a Warrior down. I think that might be, is that Jacob Segundo?
Looks like it might be. It's hard to tell from up here, but hopefully
they tried a little jump ball. Jacob was there. He tried to time it, but jumped a little too early and then fell to the ground really hard. He had a little trouble with his shoulder last game, and I'm guessing that's maybe what got aggravated again.
He gets up on his own. It's always a good sign, so praying that Jacob will be all right. He's a tough kid, so it's gonna be hard to keep him out of this game.
Yeah, I can't imagine much is gonna keep him out.
Yeah, nice play from Sunnybrook there. That ball was just a free ball, and the Sunnybrook receiver timed it right, and they were able to score here. Good start for Sunnybrook early, but the Warriors will get a chance here to answer. We'll see if we can respond here in this next offensive possession.
So Sunnybrook going for 2 in 6-man football. If you kick the extra point, it's worth 2, and that's real low, and that's no good. That really never had a chance, and it keeps it 6-0 as Sunnybrook with the opening drive and the touchdown.
Yeah, and in big games like this, we know that every little point matters. We had a very close game with these teams last time we faced off at ACA, but with Caesar in the kicking game, we know we're pretty confident in our extra point attempts, so or should I say our 2-point conversion attempts, and so yeah, that could be a big difference maker here if it turns out to be a shootout.
Well, Sunnybrook takes the opening kickoff. They got a little bit of help with a penalty, and then with the kind of a 50-50 ball, they ended up winning and taking it to the house. Let's see how the Warriors respond.
Yeah, we're out here in the press box, Mr. Lockett. This is awesome.
We are, yes.
This is sweet.
Yeah, it's a three-man job with two people in, so trying to manage all of that. We've got a lot going on, but we're excited to show this to you. We're in the press box. I know it's a little high up, but we're ready for the kickoff as Sunnybrook kicks that ball to Annapolis.
14 with the reception.
Ooh, just slips up there. He had a lot of space to run, but just got the turf seemed to get the best of Mr. Caesar there.
First down Warriors, their first possession of the game. We're seeing a really good offensive look as our team has been doing fantastic the last couple days and our last couple games as far as offensively, both times in the playoff games scoring over 50 points as the offense is starting to really, really exert some muscle. And let's see how they do here on their opening possession. Looks like the ball's loose and the bounces around, and I think it went, and it does. As the ball got fumbled and kicked around, and one scoops it up, and now Sunnybrook with the ball after a disastrous opening possession.
Yeah, not what you want to see on your first drive. Your defense worked hard. They came up a little bit short, and then you give the ball right back to Sunnybrook in great field position. So, this would be a big possession here if the Warriors can get a stop here and prevent the early two-possession lead for Sunnybrook.
Yeah. Annapolis has had some issues with starting slow, and then in the playoffs it really started off fast, and now we're seeing them really with their backs against the wall here as Sunnybrook with the ball well into Warrior territory inside the red zone. One with the pitch out to 21 on the edge. He's got a little space and then hit hard by Jake Waltney and taken out of bounds after a gain of about 7 or 8.
Good defensive stop by Jake Waltney. That's going to bring up second.
They like that little kind of toss play, especially off to that left side.
Second and goal for the Lions.
Let's see if the Warriors need to stop here.
The Lions can get a first down. It's at the 1 yard line, and now they spread everyone out. And 21 now with the pitch. He's going left side, and there's nobody home as they just walks into the end zone, and that's another touchdown for Sunnybrook.
Yeah, tough for your defense to, play a whole possession of defense and have to come right back on the field and try to lock in again. So a tough start for the Warriors, but it is a long game. We've got plenty of time left in this one early on in the first quarter, and we know in six-man that you can score like lightning. So still plenty of chances for the Warriors to come.
Yeah, it's still a long, long way to go. It's just from a momentum standpoint, it's hard to start off with down 2 scores after a turnover. Let's see if Annapolis can at least get a little bit of momentum here and stop this extra point try. Another low snap, 21 with – he's going to get thrown. The ball gets tossed around. A nice job defending that as that's no good. Good job by Blake Kenyon with nice pressure. Forced the 21 with the ball to roll clear out to his left and try to throw back to the middle of the field, and that got knocked down.
Yeah, it looked like Sunnybrook's kicks aren't going to be consistent, so they're going to go for that 1-point attempt a lot. And, yeah, great job from the Warriors defense there to keep it close. Again, if the Warriors start scoring, all those points, they add up. If Caesar can hit those 2-point conversion kicks, then those can be big difference makers here down the stretch.
Well, Coach Hayden, not the start that we wanted as the first play of that possession, a fumble. And turnovers have been a little bit of an issue for the Warriors.
Yeah, for sure. And, there might be some nerves. You're here playing in the biggest stadium that probably any of these guys have played at.
Right.
We saw a little bit of this in the volleyball semis, the bright lights sometimes, never playing in them. It can be a different experience for some people. So hopefully the Warriors will settle in here, know that it's just the same same field that anybody else will play on.
Right.
They lace their shoes up the same way that we do, and we'll settle in here to this game and just try to cool down in the spotlight, play your game, and I think the Warriors should have a nice possession here if they can settle down.
Yeah, this really is an important possession for them to get settled in and to see what we're doing and kind of see some momentum so things break their way. Little pop-up kick. It's going to roll out of bounds. Annapolis is going to let that roll out of bounds with the penalty and start their first possession at the 25-yard line, I think is where they'll mark it.
Yep.
So the Warriors just need to settle down.
Absolutely.
Just execute, run their offense. Let's hopefully some plays will start kind of working in our favor, get a little momentum, settle the nerves, and then really settle into this game a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know I talked to Coach Garcia last night, and that was his main message. You got to execute. You got to execute. And he told me that if they feel that if they can execute, they will win this game. And so you'd love to see the Warriors execute here on this offensive possession.
So Warriors get the ball at the 25-yard line after the penalty. It's their second possession. The first play of the first possession, not good. There's a pitch play to Jacob Segundo and taken down right away at the line of scrimmage. Good defense by the Lions as number 1 upends Jacob. Good to see him back on the field.
Yeah, like we said, it's gonna take a whole lot to keep this kid off the field. And great leadership for him to show that he's gonna stay locked into this game. And hopefully our Thunder and Lightning duo of Caesar and Jacob can get going here, because we know when they're at their best, when they're running, when they're heading full steam ahead, then it's hard to stop them both.
Second possession, Chuck back to throw. He's got a man, and good catch by Jake Gwaltney. In coverage, but Jake just went up, snagged it out of the air, and great catch.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, that's the best play of the game for the Warriors so far. Gives you the first down. Now you can breathe a little bit if you're the Warriors offense. Yeah. You can say, all right, we got our first down. Let's try to go score on this opening scoring drive for us here. And, big play from Jake.
So first down, 1st and 15 for the Warriors as they just crossed midfield, which is in 6-man, the 40-yard line, as the Warriors staying in tight with their 2 running backs in the backfield. Little pitch play to Caesar. Little cut back in the middle. Watch out. And he's going to be gone. No one is going to catch Caesar Morales. And just like that, lightning strikes.
My goodness, the cameras couldn't even keep up with him. He was gone. My gosh. Like we talked about, 6-man football, anything can happen. You can score on any given play. And once he found that hole, he was absolutely gone. Nobody was stopping him. And that is a great answer for the Warriors. They are right back in this game. Huge play for Annapolis.
Beautiful play. And now Annapolis, with Sunnybrook missing both of their extra points, this one actually becomes pretty critical.
Yeah, like we talked about, that's a very big weapon, having a guy who can score and kick as well. So we'll see if Caesar can hit this one.
It's up, and that looks good. It is good. Just like that, Annapolis right back in the mix of things.
Yeah, 4-point game, and you thought all hope was lost. The Warriors said, not today. We're ready to go. We just had to settle the nerves down a little bit, sink into the game, do what you know how to do, and, man, that looked like Annapolis at their best right there.
Yeah, that was great. Caesar started to the right, cutback lane was there, and once he's in the open field, he's gone.
He's gone, absolutely gone. And I like the mix. I really like the mix from Coach Garcia. He talked about really they got to just read the defense. If they're covering the run, then we're going to try to pass. If they're covering the pass, we're going to try to run.
Yeah.
And you saw that there. A big catch from Jake that really kickstarted that run.
That was huge. That really gave a lot of momentum. It was a really tough catch. He had to go up and get it. He was in coverage. But that, I think, gave him a little bit of confidence. And the next play, boom, we score.
Absolutely. They say height helps in basketball, but really helps in any sport.
Yeah.
Being able to be that tall and big and just go up there and grab
Well, he's got great hands, too. He went up and just high-pointed it. And like I said, that was a really good momentum, kind of like we can do this. And then with that, we rolled right into it, and the lightning struck. and now we're back in this game.
Absolutely. It's a little sunny out here, but on the field, absolutely thunderous. And a great answer from the Warriors. And let's see what we do on this kickoff here. We did a little bit of an onside look the first time, but we'll see if we go deep here after this score.
Yeah, I don't think they want it in number one's hands. He's pretty dangerous with the ball. I imagine they're going to play a little keep away with him. But let's see. We know Caesar can boot it to the end zone, but he will take it probably out of the end zone if he catches it on the fly. So Caesar lining everything up. Hand raised, and he approaches the ball. Looks like he's going to go short. Little pop-up. Ball's on the ground. It's loose. He gets one, grabs it. Boy, that was a dangerous play. I don't know what one was thinking to let that ball hit the turf.
Yeah, great kick from Caesar to get that ball in the air. And, sometimes you can second-guess yourself with that football. It can be hard to come down with it. And
yeah,
Sunnybrook manages to fall on top of it.
Warriors did have a shot. That bounce was just bounced right to a Lion. And with that, the Lions will take over at the 27-yard line, 1st and 15 for them. They drove down their first possession. Second possession scored off of the turnover. And now this is their third time with the ball, as the Warriors defense, by and large, has been pretty good. Let's see if they can make a play. He's good back to throw. And there's a little short pass, I think, that was on the ground, and incomplete.
Yeah, good pressure from the Warriors again. And this is a big play and a big drive here for the Warriors defense, because you really, in six-man, it can turn into a shootout just like that. So you really don't, after coming up with a score, you really don't want to just let them go down and score a quick one. You want to slow this game down, play the way you like to play, and this would be a huge stop here for ACA.
Well, I see we've got fans at Annapolis Christian Academy watching right now. I see you. I can almost hear you guys. I can almost hear you to Houston. We need you loud and proud. Little pitch. The ball's on the ground. It's a loose ball, and it's still loose, and that ball's it's up for grabs. I think the Warriors got it.
Oh, what a play.
I think they got it. Waiting for the call. There it is. It's a turnover. A huge turnover for the Warriors.
My goodness. And you talk about momentum shifting.
Wow.
That is what we need right there. And just like that, we are right back in this game. Warriors with the ball about maybe even 15 yards to the end zone.
First
with a chance
and goal.
To take the lead. My
First
goodness.
and goal. I think the running back from Lions tried to gather it, and he kept bobbling it and letting the ball go further and further back, and then just got hit. Ball came loose. Warrior ball. And now a little thunder, as they are all over that with Jacob. Yeah. That inside handoff, they were all over that, and that's going to be a tackle for a loss, probably a loss of 1.
Yeah, Warriors got to be smart here. You've gotten a perfect gift given to you. You've got to punch this one in and take the most of your chances. I mean, they're giving you a great opportunity here to take the lead, and in big games like the state championship, it's really about who takes the most on those chances.
So after the turnover, it's now 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line. Little fake handoff. Chuck's got pressure. He's got a man in the corner. It is Blake Kenyon with a great snag.
Can you say wide open?
What?
My goodness.
He had his choice. Jake and Blake running wide open.
Just when you thought ACA was down and out of this game, they answer back with fury. 14 unanswered points, about to make it 16 with Caesar's kick here in a second. Man, what an answer for the Warriors. You cannot have asked for a better response to those 2 scores from Sunnybrook.
Just like that, we got what we were looking for, the turnover, and then Chuck Brush with a little play-action pass, had 2 receivers open. Blake with a huge catch. That was not an easy one. Ball's down, the kick is up, and that's going to be good. Right down the middle. And just like that, the Warriors are back in business. We talk about lightning and thunder, but that offense was all lightning.
Oh, my goodness. And, man, you talk about responses to when things aren't going your way.
Yeah.
You know, being down 12-0, it's a state championship game. You can tell yourself, oh, no, this is the worst nightmare scenario. Oh, my gosh. You start panicking. There was absolutely no panic from the Warriors
Not
after
at
that
all.
mistake. They lit it up, made some great plays on offense. Defense came out strong after the score, and they are right back in this game with control. 16-12 Warriors. Man, what a response.
Yeah, they needed a big play, and the Lions gifted them a turnover. He kept bobbling, and then just the ball popped loose, and now we get it 1st and goal. 2 plays later, Blake with a great catch, and we're now we have control of this game just like that.
That's huge. That's huge.
It's 6-man football, and the last time these teams played, it was back and forth. So I imagine we are far from over as far as the theatrics of this game. There's already been some wild swings of momentum. Let's see if the Warriors can settle this game down and take control of it and not give up control with a turnover or a foolish penalty and really start pushing ahead.
Yeah, you talk about the game for the neutral viewer. My goodness, this is a state championship for the ages right now. Oh, man, we've got a good one here in Houston.
Number 14 on the kickoff for the Warriors.
Cesar Morales kicking off again. Like I said, they're probably going to try to keep it away from the deep back, and looks like the Lions have changed their configuration. They've got some kind of short, intermediate, and deep. Let's see what Cesar does with it. And he's going to pop it up in the middle, and that's going to go to number 2, and he's pretty dangerous with the ball. He's got some space. Cut back to the middle. Breaks a tackle. Ball's loose. Oh, no, it pops to 21, and he is going to get around the edge. One man to beat, Orrin Prime.
Oh, big
Wow.
play. Touchdown saving play there from Orrin.
He got popped. The ball jumped out of his arms right into his teammate, and with one man to beat, Orrin was able to push him out of bounds for a touchdown saving tackle.
Man, that is not how the coaches drew it up, but they'll take that any day. It almost looked like a little lateral there, but, yeah, after the hit, it just kind of popped right in the other player's hands, and he just ran and was good awareness there from Sunnybrook to just pick it up and go with it. And, yeah, and then great field position again for Sunnybrook's offense. We'll see if the Warriors can get a stop here.
So after that fortuitous return, the Lions really have good field position at the Warriors' 26-yard line, 1st and 15. Lions line up with their twins to the left. They have 2 in the backfield. Quarterback's going to receive it. He's going to go a little back handoff. There's plenty of white there, and he's got nowhere to go. Just a gang tackle as Jacob Segundo had a hold of his leg and waited for his friends, and they just pile-drived him to the ground.
Yeah, way to read that play. Warriors were all over it. Again, this could be a huge stop right here. You know, you don't see Sunnybrook trying to kick it here. This is 6-man, so we're in 4-down territory. So if the Warriors can get 3 consecutive stops here, that would be big following the big kickoff return.
Yeah, they tried to get tricky with a little, like, behind the back kind of like handoff, but it fooled no one from the Warrior side. Same formation, Lions with twins to the left. They've got the quarterback and a running back in the backfield. He's going to fake it, little short pass down the middle, and Chuck Brush said, no thank you.
Not today, my goodness. Flex on him, Chuck. Okay.
Chuck had a beat on that from the beginning. You could tell the Lions have a strategy. They're trying to get these little short, little dink and dunk passes, and Chuck said, no thanks.
No, absolutely not on our watch. And, man, like we talked about, Warriors, 2 more stops to get a huge stop here.
So 3rd and 16, another tackle for loss, as the Warriors defensively have really risen up on this possession. Lions stay in that little formation. Their twins receivers going out a little bit wider. Little high snap. There's another little crossing pattern. That's what they were trying to get going. And Jacob Segundo pops him, thinks he goes out of bounds, and not quite. And then Jake Waltney there wraps him up and gets the tackle. It's going to be short of the 1st down. He's got, it looks like a pick about 15, but that's still going to be a yard short. 4th and 1.5. This is a big down here.
Yeah, this is a big momentum play here. Late in the first quarter, it's been a bit of a shootout so far early on. A lot of offense, not too many stops other than the turnovers. And, yeah, a good timeout here from Sunnybrook because they want to make sure they can capitalize on this fourth down play.
Left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, beautiful weather here in Houston. It's a great view of the downtown skyline here, and nice sunny day, not too chilly. And the Warriors, again, great answer, and they look like they're ready to go here coming up in this fourth down. Yeah, and the Warriors have been rolling through these playoffs, coming up on this fourth down possession here. We've had a couple of great games to just, show what we're made of, and we'll see if that momentum can continue on to the state championship.
Lions with the twins to the left. Quarterback's coming up talking to his center. There's a one in the backfield. It is 4th and 1, maybe 2. A little pitch play. He's got some room. He's got lots of room and good blocking on the edge, and he's going to roll in for a touchdown.
Yeah, good play call there from Sunnybrook. I mean, he had all day to run, and he just picked up the first down and more. Touchdown, Sunnybrook.
Those receivers did a good job blocking downfield, and there really was no one. Once that edge was – there was no edge really, as he just was able to get around the right side of the Warrior defense and roll into that touchdown, with the Lions taking the lead now, 18-16.
We'll see what they do here on this point after try. Went for the fake 1-point attempt last touchdown, so we'll see what they do here.
They're going to try the 2-point. They've missed them before, and that one is really low, but I think it squeaks through, and no, it doesn't. So they're 0 for 3 on extra points.
Yeah, like we said, those points can add up in a close game, and we're in a bit of a shootout early on, and so we'll see what these Warriors can do here on this next possession.
Yeah, it's been back and forth. Both teams able to really kind of counter-punch. It's been back and forth, as defensively we've done a good job, but then we give up 1 or 2 big plays, and then there goes the touchdown.
Right. It seems like we get to third down or we get to fourth down, and then they just hit you with a killer play on offense, and you can't have that. You can't have that. I talked to Coach Garcia last night, and he mentioned when they execute, you've seen what they can do, because last game, like we showed y'all, that the offense, the first half, it was over after the halftime. 54-6. That's a big score from a playoff game. And we know what these Warriors are capable of. We know what they're capable of on both sides of the ball, but we really want to see if they can get some stops here as well today.
Yeah, as Coach Hayden said, they've been racking up the points, and I imagine there's going to be lots of points played here. It's probably more than likely going to come back to who can get the stops. That this is going to be really, really comes down to who defensively can make the play.
Caesar might have an edge here.
With the ball. He's got around the corner and just
gets
gets ushered out of bounds. Nice return, though.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to watch and see if it would go out of bounds, but he ended up making the return. The right call, because he got some nice yardage off of that return.
That's going to bring up first down, Warriors.
So 1st and 15 at their 32, 33-yard line. Looks like 31-yard line.
Yeah, like you talked about, in a shootout like this, I know we're early on in the first quarter, but it can really be whoever makes that first stop. So you don't want that to happen right now if you're the Warriors. So you want to answer back and see if we can come up with some more big plays from our studs.
Annapolis in that tight formation, 2 in the backfield. Little inside handoff, and now we've got Caesar on the loose again. Oh, he just juked someone!
Oh!
17 is left in the dust. Sorry about the camera work.
Clean up on aisle 30.
Wow.
We have a broken ankle alert. Oh, my gosh. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Sports Center, we might have to send you this highlight. Oh, my goodness. That was not an earthquake, folks. That was just Caesar with the juke. Just a little jab step. And
wow.
My goodness, he was off. Well, that's one way to answer.
Just like that. Just like that. Unbelievable. We call him the Lightning, and he has been nothing but electric today so far. And 17, unfortunately, felt the power of the electric moves that Caesar can bring.
My goodness.
So Caesar trying to add 2 points to his touchdown. The ball's down, and the snap wasn't really – that's going to be a penalty as one came flying through and just leveled Jacob.
Yeah, that's big. You know, like we said, all these points can matter. In a 4-point game, making it 6 here would be huge. So it looks like the Warriors will get to retry this.
That snap was really low. Jacob tried to make the best of it, but when the timing's off, it's really difficult. But thankfully, the Lions are going to give us another chance at it.
Yeah, it's nice when you can have somebody who can score with the kicks and with the runs. So
Mr. Do It All.
So he's had himself a field day early on in the state championship game. So we'll see if he can tack on 2 more here.
So second attempt after the penalty. Let's see if we get that snap. Jake Walton is a long snapper. He does a pretty good job with it. See if we can get it right to Jacobs. That's going to be a little bit trouble here, and Caesar's going to have to toss it. Little jump ball. Ball's up for grabs and knocked out of bounds. So second attempt, no good. But Annapolis takes the lead again after an electric run by Cesar Morales.
Yeah, again, we talked about this. It might be the first team that gets a stop. And, yeah, a lot of offense early on. Couple mistakes early on from both teams. And, again, we might see nerves there with a couple little fumbles early on. But it seems that both teams have finally settled in. Their offenses are cooking, but it might just be that team that gets a stop right here. And Warriors have a chance to do that right here.
Yeah, it has been a battle. It's been back and forth. We just want to give a quick shout out for our school sponsors. None of this would be possible without the generosity and support that we have of all of our great sponsors, whether business or individual families that provide the money we need to get the live streaming. But that money goes to much more than just live streaming. It goes to our curricular and extracurricular activities and helps our Warrior Fund. So thank you to all of our sponsors. If you want to be a part of it, please talk to Dee Lamone or go online. Basketball season's coming up. We'll get a chance to talk a little bit about that at halftime. But if you want to jump on board and be a part of the Warrior Nation, we've got a lot more live streaming as we transition after this game into the winter season with some basketball. Kickoff by Cesar Morales. He'll be the one doing the duties. They've been a little cat and mouse game on the kickoffs, and Sunnybrook is now bringing up their deep man. And I'm wondering if that is that little cat and mouse game. Let's see if Caesar decides to give it a ride and try to kick over his head.
Yeah, big stadium. Caesar might see if he can test his limits here with the with the little all-state thing blocking. I don't even know if that would stop his kicks on this one.
Caesar raising his hand, getting ready for another kickoff after the Warriors take the lead back with 2:44, and they're just getting a little pop-up, middle of the field. The ball is on the ground. It's on the turf. It's still bouncing around. Where are the Warriors? Gets around Oren, and now he's got some space on the left side. And finally in the tackle as Cesar Morales with the tackle with a little help by Eli Oliver. Ball was on the ground for quite a while. I was wondering where the Warriors were.
Yeah, they have not done a good job of, returning these kicks so far. And not too many onside returns, just some miscommunication about who's going to grab that ball. And, the Warriors have had some chances. But
it'd been nice to see some white around that ball and see if we had a chance. But for whatever reason, just weren't quite there in time. First and 15 for the Lions as they are on the 34-yard line, 33-yard line of their side of the field. Sunnybrook with that twins left, 2 in the backfield, quarterback in a shotgun. Last time they tried to get around the edge and there was some movement, and that's going to be a flag, and that's going to push him back 5.
Yeah, you'll take that all day. Not too many penalties early on in this game. I think that's just the second or third one so far. But, again, in big games like this, every yard, every point counts. So just could be who's staying the most disciplined. And right now, Warriors doing a good job of that.
So first and 20 now as Sunnybrook now on the 29-yard line of their side of the field. Low snap, and Oren's there. They're going to run left, and Chuck's there, breaks that tackle. I guess it was Jacob first, then Chuck, and then a whole host of Annapolis Warriors knocking him out of bounds. Good defense.
Might have been the 5-player tackle there. Everybody
running to the ball. That's good to see.
That's a good sign, absolutely. And yeah, again, a danger in the San Antonio prep game a little bit. The Warriors always do a great job of getting quarterback pressure, but if he gets out of that pocket and manages to escape, you got to be able to bring him down. And the Warriors did a good job of that last play.
Yeah, I think it was actually for a tackle for a loss. So they lost maybe a yard on that play. Second and long, really long, probably 21-yard line, 21 yards. Lions staying in that little twins left formation. They're keeping their receivers tight to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback in that shotgun. He's going to go back and pass. And there's a 17 wide open, and now he's going to try to outrun Chuck, and Chuck just tosses him out of bounds.
Yeah, nice pickup there from Sunnybrook. Just made the play into the open field and got what they could. Still short of the first down. We got a third down coming up here.
17 was the receiver, if I'm not mistaken, who hurt us the last time. He had 2 really big receptions. Don't like seeing him run free.
Yeah, don't want to bring up nightmare plays, but yeah, you got to watch out for those long bombs. They got us with that one late in the game in the fourth quarter. So definitely want to be aware of the pass game here. They know they can beat us sometimes, so we've got to be ready for those deep balls.
Seems like the Lions are trying a little dink and dunk, and then they hit us hard with these third and fourth down plays. Annapolis needs to stay dialed in. Back to pass again. There's some pressure. One's dancing around looking for the bend now chasing him down. He's way dropping, and then he just throws up a hail way back there. And good pressure as Chuck on the coverage. Ben did a good job just keeping him in front of him. Just kind of kept pushing him back, and then one just threw one off the back foot and incomplete. Now it's a big fourth down.
It looks like there was a late flag there, so we'll see what they call here.
It was in the backfield. I'm wondering if it's going to be defensive holding. Yep, it's going to be on Annapolis.
Oh, man. Yeah, tough one after that. Again, great pressure from Ben Marsh. He did a great job moving.
Enough for a first down. Man,
that's
another bummer of a penalty. Ball now at the 31-yard line of the Warriors. First and 15 after the penalty. Good coverage by Chuck, but unfortunately the Lions got bailed out by another Warrior penalty.
Yeah, we talked about it. Penalties can be a difference maker in this game, and the Lions are looking to take advantage of it right here. Warriors with a late substitution, so looks like they're ready now.
Looks like they got Caesar in there. He usually comes in to blitz and rush the quarterback. Let's see if they send. They've done a good job protecting him. Let's see if they're trying to get Caesar to get some speed around the edge and get in that quarterback's face. He's back to pass. He's going to come forward, and Oren's there. The ball's loose. It's on the ground, picked up by the Warriors, by the Lions. Man, another opportunity. The ball on the ground, but the Lions, another fortunate bounce.
Yeah, again, sometimes the balls just don't bounce in your favor. We had that one where, you always want to get a good hit, and we got a great hit earlier, but the ball bounced right to the other player, and he ran a bunch. And then, again, you had the sack, and the ball falls out, which fumble's always great, but then they were able to pick it up and run a little bit more. So some unfortunate breaks there for ACA.
Oren with a great pressure, a strip sack to the fumble, but unfortunately Lions able to scoop it up and gain about 4 yards off of that, so it's 2nd and 11.
Got to watch out for the big play here. Second down. They can try to experiment here.
Yeah, Lions now with twins to the right, stack their receivers. Quarterback in the shotgun formation with the running back next to him. An unbalanced line as they're going to load up to the right. And now here comes the pressure. Lots of people there. He's going to pitch back to one. One's looking to pass, and now he's got some room on the left side. And he is going to try to get around Chuck, and that's not going to happen as both Caesar and Chuck ushered him out. Good defense.
Yeah, a bit of a trickery play there from Sunnybrook. Looked like they were doing the little pass back.
A little
looked like
flea flicker or something like that.
Trying to throw it deep, but it wasn't there. So he tried to run, and he really had a corner, but the Warriors did a good job. Caesar did a good job to chase him down, and then the rest of them just to push him out of bounds.
Yeah, really no gain at all. It's going to be 3rd and 11. There was a lot of white around the ball initially. He was able to squirt out of that pressure, but really, in the end, no gain after just a lot of running around. So 3rd down. The Warriors have done a good job getting to 3rd and 4th down, but the Lions have been able to get some conversions, some off penalties.
Yeah, Sunnybrook's been doing a little bit of a dink and dunk pass here on 3rd down. We'll see if they try it again.
Little pitch play. He's going to throw it. There's a receiver there, and 17 gets loose again.
Beautiful reception. Fingertip pull by Minica.
Chuck was there. He kind of bit on the ball, and by doing that actually created separation. And 17, their best receiver, with the fingertip catch and run in for a touchdown.
Yeah, tough break there for the Warriors. Go for the deep ball on 3rd down. You're going to take your shots. It's the state championship, and they came up big there. Again, still a shootout so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, it's been back and forth.
Back and forth we go.
The Lions going for 2 again. They've had a lot of trouble with this. Let's see if Annapolis can at least salvage a little bit on this and keep them from adding 2 more points. Ball's low and lots of Warriors there, and he's just going to throw it up in the back of the end zone, and that's going to be intercepted. They're calling it a live ball? No, there's finally the whistle.
I think the refs got confused there. He caught it in the end zone of Rice, but that is not our end zone today, as we are in 6-man today, so the field is a little bit shorter, as you can see by the pylon that the end of the end zone is the start of the Rice end zone, so I guess the officials are letting them have a little fun there.
Well, I've got a little bit of a shootout.
Yeah, it makes you nervous as a Warrior fan, but if the neutral, it's a great game so far. A lot of offense, a lot of big plays so far. Warriors running it well, passing it well, doing some good kicking as well, and then Sunnybrook just really killing us with the pass right now.
Yeah,
just really big plays, throwing it to their big receivers. 17's having a great start so far, and a whole lot of offense. Big 12, as some might say.
Yeah. Well, what we're seeing is that our defense is able to hold them down in the early downs, but at the 3rd and 4th downs, can't make those plays that we really need to make.
Which can be tough. It's not like we're letting them score on the first play, but if you can't get the stop after all the hard work you've done, it can really wear down your defense.
Yeah.
So Warriors just need to finish. They do a great job starting the defensive possession, but we just got to finish on those late plays.
Yeah, absolutely. And offensively, we've really been electric. It's really been a couple plays and then in the end zone. Let's see if we can make a play on offense and get the lead back. With 46 seconds left in the first quarter, number 1 from the Lions kicking off. Cesar Morales is deep. He's had a little bit of trouble keeping it inside. It's going to be a little pop-up. And that ball's in the air, and it's loose, and it's way loose. And, oh, boy. Woo! That was close.
Rolling your breath there, but nice to have a break, a ball bounce our way.
Yeah, no kidding.
Haven't had too many of those yet, so I think that was a nice gift there for the Warriors.
It went right through Ben Marsh's hand, and then it just kept rolling, and the Lions had a beat on it, but thankfully it rolled out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 15 at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, we've had a combined 46 points early on in this game. It's 24-22 Sunnybrook late in this first quarter, 43 seconds to go. And, if you came for scoring today, you came to the right place.
Annapolis with a little trips formation tight to the right. Chuck and Caesar in the backfield. Little shotgun snap to Chuck. He's going to take it and run, and he's going to get around the edge and gain about maybe 3.
Yeah, I like that play call there from Coach Garcia. A little misdirection, seeing Chuck run this time, but yeah, just got to keep him honest. You don't want to run the same play over and over. A nice job from Coach Garcia and the rest of the Warrior coaching staff to mix it up so far. A little bit of running, a little bit of passing, and so far it's worked pretty well.
Yeah, and I think the Warriors going to be content to let this quarter run out.
Warriors will allow the play clock to wind down, and at the end of the first quarter, let's hear for both teams. Lions lead 24-22. Let's hear it for them. They're playing a great.
This has been a really good game. It has been really a lot of back and forth. It's been so fast, we really haven't had a chance to really set up the game. We just got right into it.
Yeah.
So Coach Hayden and I, we're here. We're happy. We're in high above the field in a press box. And we walked in and it said ESPN, and we knew this was it. This was our booth.
We're taking over the ACA broadcasting duo back at it again, and we're here. This is awesome. You got great view of the Houston skyline and a beautiful facility here at Rice, and super blessed to be able to play here today. And I know it's a really cool opportunity for the boys for sure.
It is, yeah. Beautiful facility, beautiful day, and the game. If you like offense, it's pretty beautiful because there's been a lot of offense.
Yeah, from the Annapolis standpoint, you'd like to see a little bit less on one side. We had talked with Coach Garcia. He talked about the offense was doing great. We were executing what we want to do, but we got to keep the execution on the defense going. We got another offensive possession here, but it really might come down to that one stop from either side. So we'll see what the Warriors can do on offense, and you see if they can answer back, see if the shootout continues into the second quarter.
So Annapolis with the ball, start of the second quarter. They are down 2 points. A lot of points scored in that first quarter. So Annapolis with the ball. They're going to start with their trips formation to the right. Chuck and Caesar in the backfield. Shotgun snap to Chuck. He's going to drop back and throw. He's got a man running and a little too far. He's trying to get Jacob Segundo.
Yeah, just a little bit far on that one. But I like the aggressiveness. See what the flag.
There's going to be a hold, and that's going to push the Warriors back.
Yeah, a couple penalties here the last couple possessions for the Warriors. Talked about just being able to execute. You got to be able to stay away from those flags because in any situation they can come back to bite you.
Yeah, a holding penalty is a killer. That's going to push them way back. It's going to be
Coach Garcia does not seem to agree with the call there.
I'm sure he was feeling like there was probably a holding going on the other side that wasn't called. This time Caesar out wide right with Chuck and Jacob in the backfield. Chuck's he's going to have to get rid of it. He's got a lot of pressure. He's going to throw across the field, and oh no, it's intercepted by 21. Breaks out of one tackle, out of two, and he's going to score.
Touchdown Lions off of the interception.
So that has been a little bit of an Achilles heel for Annapolis, is those turnovers, particularly interceptions. And Chuck saw Jacob open, but underthrew it and threw that pick six.
Yeah, tough one there for the Warriors. You would have easy to say from up here, but you hope on those that if it gets too crazy, you just throw it out of bounds. But he had a lot of time and looked like he was just trying to make something happen. But Sunnybrook was all over it on that one.
Well, in six-man football, if you don't get the pitch, you can't advance the ball. So he had to throw it, even with the pressure. And I think the pressure, he stepped up in the pocket and affected that throw a little bit. So Sunnybrook now trying to add 2 points. Kicks up, and that one's good. So just like that, it is now a 10-point game.
Yeah, and it's a state championship, so you never said it was going to be easy. But, yeah, really the Warriors seem like they're up against a tough test. Like we said, they've been rolling so far in these playoffs with 2 blowout wins early on in the quarterfinal and the semifinal games. And so yeah, tough test early on here for the Warriors in the state championship game.
Again, just want to thank our sponsors making all this possible for us. Appreciate their generosity. They give us the opportunity to present this game and bring it to all of Warrior Nation that are cheering, whether you are back in Corpus Christi or I think there's some fans in Kansas and maybe even some in Nebraska. We are very, very thankful for everything that our sponsors do to bring games like this to the Warrior Nation. Sunnybrook now with the kicking off after the pick 6. As Annapolis needing to make a play here. That's going to be a short kick. It's going to bounce around the middle of the field. It's loose on the ground. Caesar's going to pick it up. He's looking for a little bit of space. Gets around. He's going to backtrack, and 22 just plants him on the ground with a big loss. It's going to be at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, this is a big drive here from the Warriors. You know, we talked about being able to respond when adversity sets in, and they did a good job of that last time. And really, this is an opportunity here. Down by 10 after the pick 6. Tough return on that one to get you pinned deep right next to your own end zone. And so with their backs against the wall, again, let's see if the Warriors can respond here.
Yeah, this has not gone according to script. I'm sure Coach Garcia is feeling a little bit frazzled. But the Warriors have been able to respond. And let's see if they can rise up here and put together a really good drive and answer. Annapolis with the ball. They're tight formation. They've got Oren and Jacob in the backfield. Little pitch play out to Jacob's got a little bit of space, squeezes through. Gets about 4 yards on that pitch play. Nice first down run, second, and about 10.
You know, Jacob's just trying to find that hole. Caesar's been able to find him a couple times, but you just know Jacob's waiting for that hole to just take off and go because we know what he's capable of, absolutely.
So second down for the Warriors, deep inside their own territory. Annapolis staying in that tight formation. Chuck under center. This time, looks like Caesar and Jacob are in the backfield. Somebody moved. There's flags. Let's see who moved first.
Whistle and flags on the play.
See if this is
penalty
offense
at
or
this.
defense.
Yeah, penalty here would be on the Warriors would be pretty rough. Get them even further. It looks like it's offside. So thank you.
Nice break there for the Warriors.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll take that all day.
Yeah, we need a couple of these breaks here to get some momentum back and get some confidence back. So Annapolis stays in that tight formation. Chuck's going to be under center. Got Jacob and Caesar in the backfield. Little move to Caesar and good fill right there by 21 as he came up from that linebacker position and put Caesar right on the ground and a loss of a yard.
Yeah, Sunnybrook all over that one. They read that one to perfection. And really, we're at our most dangerous with our run game when we can find that corner, when they get to the outside. And so we'll see if the Warriors mix it up a little bit more and go between going inside and outside, mixing in the passing game there as well. And we'll see what they do here at third down. You know, Coach Garcia loves to stay aggressive, so we'll see what the Warriors do here.
Yeah, we do not want to turn the ball over here. It's so deep in our side of the field. First down here would be pretty important. Chuck under the center. He's going to fake. He's going to go back to pass. He's looking for a receiver. He's got Jake way deep. He's got a jump ball, and there's a lot of contact. And there's the flag.
They get the call.
That's what we're looking for. Jake did a good job selling that. He came back for the ball through the defender, just like you're supposed to do it as a receiver.
Yeah, if you get that done, they're going to call it all day. That's an obvious
Smart
one.
play by Jake. Got the big penalty. That's going to be a first down.
And that's a good decision there from Chuck. You like to see that after the pick, but just go up there, let your receiver make a play for the ball, and we get a big call there. That's huge for Annapolis.
Yeah, another big call. Chuck did a good job getting out of pressure, and think we're just kind of throwing that ball. Jake really didn't have a chance to catch it, but Jake did a good job selling that pass interference, and now it's 1st and 15 out of the shadow of their goal line. Annapolis in that tight formation, whistles.
Timeout here for the Warriors.
Timeout called Lions.
Yeah, and the Warriors have had a lot of big playmakers throughout this season. They've had guys all over the field, and it's not just one guy making the plays. It's a whole team. It's a whole squadron of guys. You've got big rushing yards from Caesar, averaging almost 33 yards a carry throughout the season, as well as Jacob in there. And with the receiving game, Blake Kenyon really leading the way with 45, and Jacob right there, 45 as well. Total touchdowns for the season, Caesar and Jacob, 16 and 15. Blake with 7. Interceptions, prime time, leading the way with 2. Tackles per game, Chuck. You love a guy who can throw and get some tackles here. And it looks like we're ready to go back here in action out of the timeout. And it looks like we had an early jump, though, for the Warriors. So after we get a flag for our direction, it goes the other way after that one.
Man, that's a tough way after that big first down, and now pushing them back. They're back at the 29-yard line. 1st and 20 now. Well, it'd be nice to see.
Got a hole.
He's got a hole, and nice job with Jacob.
Finally got an open space. Again, when these Warriors are in the open space, they're going to make plays. These guys are playmakers on the offensive side of the ball, and he finally got himself a little bit of space, and he was able to pick up a nice run there. He's going to make it a 10-yard run, and so it looks like it's about to be 2nd down and looks like 2nd down and 9 here.
So good job with that first down after the penalty, and now 2nd and a lot more manageable. Annapolis stayed in that tight formation. Chuck's still under center, operating with 2 in the backfield. Little inside handoff,
Ooh, nice
and now
fake.
We've got some room, and Caesar gets tackled from behind, but not after a nice gain.
Yeah, really nice fake there from Chuck on the handoff, and a good run there from Caesar. And, great first down. Like we talked about, we wanted to settle down. We wanted to be able to do what we want to do on offense, and great response after the interception. And it looks like the Warriors are trying to get back into this game and then cut the lead to 2.
Yeah, Chuck did a good job with a little ball handling, little Houdini there. Wasn't quite sure where the ball was. After that nice run, it's 1st and 15, fresh set of downs, and they're also on the Lions' side of the field. And that was really what we needed to get out of our side of the field, and now we are driving. Chuck under center. Inside handoff, and Caesar on the run. He's got one man to beat and can't quite get around him, but nice gain.
Worked so nice. I think we decided to run it twice.
Yeah.
Just on the other side, just flip the play there. And, again, just a little fake from Chuck to the running back, and just goes to the fullback there with Caesar. And he took off for another big gain on first down. And now makes up 2nd and short.
It's good to see us running between the tackles. I'm not sure in 6-man what exactly the position is, but running inside, a lot of times we try to, 6-man teams try to just run speed or options and everything around the edge, but hitting it in the middle is going to set up some play action that will definitely be to our advantage. Chuck under center. He's going to fake the handoff. There's a play action. He's got he rolls out of trouble. He's going to try to throw it in the middle of the field. There's Brogan Easter with the ball. Big Brogan Easter breaks out at 1 tackle, and they said it's a fumble. The ball is still on the ground, and I think Sunnybrook got it, and they did.
Man. Yeah, just when it looks like things are starting to go the Warriors' way, a tough break there after a nice catch, nice play action, and a nice rollout from Chuck, but after the run from Brogan, it looked like they were able to get to him just before he was able to get that knee down.
Yeah, it was pretty close. It looked like he was down, but we're way up here. There's no way to tell when that ball actually came out. Doesn't matter. Refs have the call, and it's a turnover to the Lions. So now it's 1st and 15. I guess the nice thing is it's on the Lions side of the field. We didn't turn it over on our side of the field. We were able to drive it down. Yeah. Makes it a little bit more better breathing room for our defense.
Yeah, we'll see if the Warriors can come up with a turnover here. This would be huge.
Yeah, the Warriors need to make a play and get this momentum back. And a little dump pass and way off the mark. Jerry was in the backfield in a hurry. It looked like he might have been a little early, but no call.
I guess he did a Troy Polamalu there, jumping the line right as they snapped the ball. But, again, didn't get called, so good job from Jerry there and good early pressure to make them force that incomplete pass.
You can tell they're trying to run that little, drag pass, that short crossing right by the line of scrimmage. They're trying to get the little dink and dunk, but the pressure just blew that play up. 2nd and 15. Sunnybrook loading up to that left side. They've got 2 receivers stacked. Shotgun to the quarterback. And lots of pressure. And he sneaks out of Orrin, and there's a little pass, and 21 just dropped it.
That is a blessing there from the Warriors. Incomplete after great pressure, but, again, just not able to bring him down. That quarterback was easy to tackle, but not easy to bring down, and so a bit of a blessing there.
Yeah,
for the
Orrin stopped because it looked like somebody moved early, and it looked like the play should have been blown dead, and so Orrin stopped, and then he went, had him wrapped up, and then he squeezed out of it. So it's 3rd and 15. Defense, again, in early downs being outstanding, but now they've got to finish in the 3rd and 4th downs.
Yeah, got to be careful here. Watch out for the big play. Watch out for the big throw, and be ready to cover.
They love 17 in this situation. Let's see if Annapolis can lock him down. Now they're in a shotgun formation, one in the backfield, twins to the left, little pitch play. The edge is established and good pursuit, but he's sneaking out. He hands off to a man behind him, 17 with the ball, and he's going to just fight and keep fighting, and they get a first down out of that.
Oh, man.
Oh, there's a flag as there was a lot of pushing and shoving, and I think it may be on the Warriors.
Looks like there's 2 flags down after that one.
Yeah, there was a lot of extracurricular after that. So the running back had the Warrior wrapped around his ankle, and then he just handed the ball back to another Lion who then just fought and battled, and it just got to be a little bit of a fist fight. And he was able to get the first down, but there was a lot of pushing and shoving, and unfortunately the refs will have to sort this out. There's going to be an unsportsmanlike on Annapolis. That's going to be an additional 15. And Coach Garcia is pleading his case. He was saying Jacob was trying to punch the ball out, not actually punch the player, which I would agree. It was pretty rough though in there. A lot of pushing, shoving, little hand fighting, and I think the ref didn't like what he was seeing.
Yeah, tough to tell there from up here, but looked like there was a little extracurricular activity there, but again, these Warriors, they're just trying to fight. They're trying to make plays on the ball. So football is a bit of a rough sport.
It is. There's some violence involved.
There's always going to be a little pushing and shoving both ways. And so here you got to lock in because they get a first down here. They're looking upfield with the ball in Warrior territory now. You've got to be careful to limit the damage here. The game's finally slowed down a little bit the second quarter, and with the Lions with a 10-point lead early here. But yeah, Warriors just need to get a stop right here.
Well, we didn't really get a chance to talk about before the game. These were Coach Hayden's keys to the game. Talk us through these.
Yeah, and talking with Coach Garcia last night with his game plan, you got to go with what got you there. And we've seen that early with the run game from Caesar and Jacob and just Chuck making smart decisions on offense. And, really great so far on that one. Secondly, we talked about it. Defense wins championships. And it
will win this one, I think.
One stop might win a championship on this one. And lastly, like Coach Garcia said, execution. It's about executing on the biggest stage when the sun and the shadows are shining down on you. You've got to be able to make plays, and you've got to be able to execute everything that the coaches are saying. All the things you learn, it's all in practice. That goes out, out the window now. You're not going to learn anything new in this game. All the stuff you've learned all season long, that's what's trained you for this moment.
Lions with the ball, 1st and 15 off the penalty. One now doing a little backhand up to 21. He's got a little bit of space, but met right away by Chuck and Jake and Oren, and they stuffed that right away. And I think it's a loss of about a half a yard.
Yeah, Warrior coach is fired up after that one. Nice defensive play after the timeout.
Yeah, I'm sure the defense is pretty fired up after that little play last time and the penalty, and you could tell there's a little bit of fire now.
And you need some of that. It's a state championship game. If you can't get up for this one, then don't even come to the game, because this is it. This is what you've been working all season long, all these practices, all that time in the film room, and it's all on the line today.
Lions now with that little twins to the left, little stack formation on an unbalanced line. Quarterback in the shotgun formation, one in the backfield with him. High snap. He's going to pitch. 21. The ball's on the ground. The ball's on the ground. He picks up the ball.
Oh my goodness.
And Jake, right there with the high tackle, and escorts him out of bounds. Man, that ball's on the ground again.
Oh man, if we could just fall on one of those. Man. Oh, man. Warriors doing a great job to create the pressure again with those early tackles, but whether it's a lateral, whether it's a fumble that falls right into the other hand of the other Sunnybrook player, the balls just don't seem to be bouncing the Warriors' way early on. But yeah, still, all you can ask for on the defensive end these first couple of plays, you've got to come up big here. Finish the defensive stop, 3rd down, 4th down. Warriors got to get a stop.
Yep, two big downs. We've had trouble stopping them. Shotgun. He's going to throw. He's going to pass. Here comes the pressure. He's going to just lob it up there way too high. Jake Gwaltney in coverage. He got a little separation, but I think the pressure forced him to throw the ball a little bit earlier than he wanted to.
Huge
Fourth
play.
down.
Yeah.
4th down. Here we go.
Huge play here for the Warriors.
4th and 16th. Annapolis has not been able. Now, typically our defense has been great on 4th down, but this game have not been able to get those turnovers. Here's a chance now. 4th and 16.
And really, you know the Warriors are going to bring pressure here, but it's after the pressure, the aftermath. What are we going to be able to do after he escapes the pocket? Because they've been able to make some big plays, not really drawn up in the playbook, kind of just uncharacteristic backyard plays of the flea flickers and the fumbles. But we'll see. It looks like the Warriors are covering deep here, but
Sunnybrook had a little bit of a different formation. They had 1 on the line and 3 in the backfield, and then their twins left. So I think the defensive coach didn't like our alignment, calls a timeout. It is 4:19 left. 4:19 left in the second quarter, and Annapolis kind of hanging on. This hasn't been a great quarter for us.
Yeah, it's, first quarter was everything you could ask for, all the action, everything, and now we've kind of settled in a little bit in the second quarter. Unfortunately, our offense has kind of settled down a little bit as well. Couple mistakes, couple of fumble and an interception, and really it's been the turnovers. It's been the turnovers that have killed us, because other than the turnovers, they're making great plays. They're able to drive down the field. I mean, we're right in scoring position on that last drive. We just haven't been able to punch it in, and turnovers can be highlighted even more on the biggest stage.
Right, and that's been a little bit of an Achilles heel for us. Now it's a big 4th down. This would be a huge stop if we're able to get the ball back.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Plenty of time here in this first half. And, again, only a 10-point game, so the Warriors still very much in this game. 1 touchdown basically ties in, so you'd like the Warriors to get a stop here, and they'd have the ball in great field position as well.
So 4th and 15, 4th and 16th, and there's 21 pitching back to 1. Here comes the pressure, gets around Caesar, and now he's going to run, and he's going to a little dump pass, and Blake was there, and he is going to get marked.
Like short.
Just short.
Like he's short.
Blake with a big pop. He didn't wrap up, so he let him kind of spin out, and I think his knee went down. They're going to say it's a turnover. Huge stop. Wow.
Oh, man. Well, we're not going to have the field position, but we will still definitely take that. Our ball, great stop from the Warriors. And, again, plenty of time. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Warriors down by 10, looking to cut into that lead of Sunnybrook right here.
I would have loved to see Blake wrap up just to make it for sure. He was there, good coverage, but got enough of him to get him down before the sticks, and now Annapolis with the ball at the 21-yard line.
A lot of receivers for ACA.
To Chuck. Chuck's got some pressure. He's going to decide to run along the edge and stiff arm and get ushered out of bounds by number 2. Decent run, though. Run about 4 or 5 yards maybe.
Yeah, nice play on first down for Chuck.
Yeah, we'll take it.
You like to see him be able to run, too. We saw in the stats that Chuck is able to get himself out into the open field as well, and you love that from a quarterback. And so we'll see what Coach Garcia calls here. Second,
you can tell they're setting something up with
yes.
So it's a little bit of a different wrinkle. Usually Chuck gets the ball, but now they have the up back giving the ball to Chuck, and he's got a run-pass option. And you could see he was looking to throw, didn't have time, and decided to tuck and run. But I think that if that play develops, that could be open for a nice big pass. We'll see.
Jake in motion.
Yep, Jake in motion. Balance that line off. Here comes a lot of pressure. He steps through. He's going to just chuck it in way over everyone's head. Might have been a smart play to just throw that away.
Yeah, he knew that was going to be overthrown, but just trying to get rid of it. Way to make the decision there. And again, still 4 down territory, you feel like if you're the Warriors. And so got a couple different plays to work with here. Maybe could throw in a run, a little misdirection here, but we'll see what coaches draw up here.
Yeah, it's still manageable. And 6-man, 5-8 yards, that's still pretty manageable yardage. They're third and probably about 8 maybe. Let's see what they do on third down. So they've got trips to the right. They're tight to the line. 2 in the backfield. There's Jake in motion to balance that line out. Chuck's going to drop back. They got 3 rushing, and he's going to get around the edge. He had Jake open but couldn't quite get him. What's happening is Sunnybrook is sending 3, and we only really have 1, maybe 2 blocking, and the pressure is getting to Chuck right away.
Yeah, Sunnybrook's bringing the pressure this drive, and it's getting to us a little bit. Not having too many guys to block for you. 3 against 1 is never going to work out.
Yeah.
So we'll see what adjustments Coach Garcia makes here.
I mean, obviously it's a big risk. I mean, they send half their team on a blitz, so that there's got to be some openings there. We haven't quite been able to get the connection we want.
Yeah, in those situations, you got to be able to make that quick throw, and that pressure's just been getting us flustered just a little bit.
Annapolis with the trips to the right in that tight formation. Chuck and Caesar in the backfield. There's a cast to Blake, and they're trying to strip him, but they don't. And he's going to get the first down, maybe? Are they going to give him the yardage?
I think they should give it to him.
They
here.
do, and they got it. Blake with a great catch and a first down.
Man, and that's a big move.
Huge.
He caught it short of the first down, able to make him miss and go pick up those extra 2 yards to get the first down. That's huge, because if you miss that, you're giving the ball right back to Sunnybrook in our territory. And man, that could be a play we look back to later in this game as a huge offensive play for the Warriors. Yeah,
the Lion defender tried to strip the ball, and by doing that gave Blake just enough space to get that first down. And now Annapolis starting with a new set of downs. Little pitch play out to Caesar. And he is completely wrapped up by 22. I think Jake was expecting him to come inside, and Caesar bounced it out, and that's exactly where 22 wanted him to go, and that's a big loss.
Yeah, we've seen both defenses kind of settle in here in the second quarter. Not a lot of scoring in a while. We'll see if I can pull off the commentator curse there to work in our favor. But yeah, so this game's finally – you thought this game was going to be a shootout. Early on we saw that, but the second quarter it seems to have slowed down just a little bit. Clock's ticking. We're at 3 minutes to go in this first half. Again, second down. We'll see what the Warriors can do here.
Annapolis in that trips formation to the right. Now Jake motioning out. And there's the rush, and he's going to try to throw it, and good catch. That's Ben Marsh. Good job, Ben.
Yeah.
So they send that 3-man blitz again, but we are able to get a quick pass off of that.
Yeah, we talked about it. You know, a lot quicker of a decision from Chuck. Way to get the ball out before the pressure could get to him, and a big grab from Ben March to make up a lot of that yardage loss on the lost run.
So it's 3rd and manageable now. 3rd and about 8. We are on the Lions side of the field. So we crossed over midfield on that. Nice catch by Ben. Annapolis staying in that trips formation. They've been motioning Jake out of the side not to. Back to Chuck. Chuck back to Caesar.
He's
One
got
man to
room
beat.
if he
A little
beats
shake
him.
and bake. A little stiff arm. And he breaks
got
that
him.
tackle. And just claw. And beautiful. As he just runs over 17. And I think he got a first down out of that.
I'm not a betting man, but if I had a one-on-one with Cesar Morales,
Woo!
I would take him any day of the week. My goodness, great job from Caesar.
Normally you see him run away from someone, but he actually broke a tackle.
He said,
and
"I'm
then
going to stiff arm you in the
and
face
just
and go
blew
get it."
and just
My goodness.
bulldozed 17, who is a really good football player, and sent him to the turf, and then enough for a first down.
Big pickup.
So Annapolis staying in that trips formation, shotgun snap, back to Chuck. There's the motion they're looking for first. Direct snap to Caesar. Chuck's going to throw, and that's going to be Brogan, I think.
I think they're going to call this incomplete.
Incomplete.
They're going to call this one incomplete, and a nice break for the Warriors. He did not make a football move, as it is still being defined here in 2023, but a good break there for the Warriors, and which is a much needed call. And really, the Warriors really need to score on this one because we're coming up to about 1:30 left to go in the first half. Warriors would love to make this a 2-point game coming into the half.
Yeah, Brogan, a good receiver, but a freshman. This is a pretty big stage, and you've got some heavy hitters. Thankfully, he dropped it as an incomplete pass and not a fumble. Annapolis staying in that same formation, that trips. Jake Waltney motioning out of that, balancing out the line a little bit. Direct, and then back to Caesar, the ball. Woo, wow.
Dangerous.
That was dangerous. Chuck tried to do that quick pass. It was well behind Caesar, but Caesar tried to one-hand it, and instead of catching it, he bounced it in the air, and thankfully hit the ground.
Yeah, we talked about Chuck wanting to speed up the decision-making, but you definitely don't want to rush it. It seemed like he had a little bit more time to make that decision, and he kind of rushed that throw, which can be dangerous, but thankfully it fell down on that one.
Yeah, I think Caesar wasn't quite ready for it either. 3rd down, 3rd and 15. Annapolis looking to get some yards here to make that. Well, they're definitely in 2-down territory. If they can't get a first down on 3rd down, at least making it a manageable 4th down.
Looks like Chuck's audibling of some sort. He's talking
so they're
to
in
the
that
crew.
tight formation, 2 in the backfield. Oren and Caesar's going to play action. He's
got
gonna
a man.
roll. He's got a man. It's Jake. And
Oh, a little bit below him.
yeah, it's just a little too low. That's going to be 4th down and 15. Jake's coming up a little bit lame off of that. He's tried to go low and catch it.
Yeah, he was coming off into this game a little bit hurt already. Obviously, the state championship game, it's going to take a lot to keep you out of, and so he was active for today's game, but obviously he's feeling it just a little bit after that one.
All right, it's a big 4th down, and it's a 4th and 15.
Yeah, you don't need the touchdown here if you're the Warriors. You still can pick up that first down. And
Yeah.
again, if you can get a play here, you are getting the second half kickoff. So if the Warriors can get a score here, this would be huge heading into the second half.
All right, Annapolis going to spread it way out. They've got receivers right and left, 3 in the backfield.
Haven't seen this.
Little pitch to Chuck. Chuck's going to roll. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to dump to Caesar. Caesar's got to have a lot of room to run. He's trying to get through. It breaks one tackle. Ball's loose, and the ball on the ground, and it really won't matter. It's a turnover anyway.
Yeah, at that point, it probably helps us to give us a couple more yards.
Yeah, so that's a turnover to Sunnybrook. But unfortunately, ball security is becoming a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, it seems like that's the third fumble of the day. Where I think we're at about 4 turnovers now for the day, and you know, uncharacteristic from the Warriors. You always have a couple a game, but this is probably the most we've had in the first half this season. You don't see too many mistakes like this from the Warriors. And again, big stage. That might have something to do with some of these plays that are a little uncharacteristic from the boys today. But even with all those turnovers, Warriors are still in this game. 10-point
Right.
game. Not looking too shabby, even with all the turnovers.
1:21 left. Pitched back there. And now he's going to run. Oren's there. Squeezed out of that. But the ball's loose!
Oh.
And it's scooped.
Pick it up, pick it
no! Ben Marsh is going to try to scoop it, and instead miffed it, and it goes back to the Lions. Huge hit, a huge collision, though.
Looks like some guys are down.
We've got they had a big collision, and that looks like Chuck's down and a Sunnybrook player's down. Chuck's going to pop up.
Gonna get up.
He definitely got popped hard. That was a huge hit, huge collision.
Yeah, he's hopping a little bit after that one. We hope.
And the Lion player's still down.
We pray that everybody on both teams are okay after that one.
So he's able to get up.
Good to see for sure. Yeah, it looks like Chuck's kind of over there on the sideline, still in some pain. He's on the ground. You don't know if that's hard to tell if it's a cramp or if it's maybe something a little bit more. Praying for the best for sure.
Well, both teams just once they saw the ball on the ground, you knew that it was kind of a scrum, and both players came running from quite a distance and then came with a big collision. Stays with the Lions ball though, unfortunately. And now it's going to be second down. Little pass to pitch back to 1. One's going to go deep. He's got a man, and good defense. I think that was Eli Oliver.
Yeah, well covered up there from Eli.
Good job, Eli.
Yeah, and the Warriors have to be careful here because with 1 minute left, that is still all day in 6-man to score. So you really don't want to let them blow this lead open and going into the half. And again, it's third down here. The Warriors can get another stop here, and you're looking at still some time to score. And so this is a big play right here.
Yeah. So it's 3rd and 10. Sunnybrook now have 3 in the backfield, 2 out. And there's a little balls on the ground, bounces again. Pressure down the middle and through behind his receiver. That's a 4th down now.
Again, another good stop for the Warriors going into 4th down with just over a minute left to go in this half. If they can get a stop here with probably about 50 seconds to go, that's still a lot of time for the Warriors to cut into this lead. So
definitely.
So you definitely want to get the stop right here if you're ACA.
There's going to be a timeout on Sunnybrook as they realize this is a big down. If they turn that ball over, Annapolis will have it in Lion territory. It's been a bit of a back and forth game here. The second quarter, really the issue with Annapolis has been turnovers.
Yeah, and again, we don't see that too often. And, you got to be able to adjust. You got to be able to say, all right, that happened, that's over with. Have a short memory, move on, and go to the next play. And really, Sunnybrook's had a lot of opportunities for some turnovers of themselves. We just haven't been able to fall on it.
Yeah.
And a lot of those 50-50 balls can be something that decides the game. And so really big play here. If we can get a 4th down stop here, that would be huge for ACA.
Yeah, so it's a big 4th down. 4th and 10. If they turn the ball over here, Annapolis would have it on the Lions side of the field. So Sunnybrook decided to stay in those 3 back, little pitch to 1. Here comes the pressure. He's going to step up. He's going to try to get around the edge. Oren's there. He's going to try to dance back and short pass. Oh, wow, that was dangerous. Caesar was right there, but good news.
That's big.
Stopped him on 4th down. Now we have the ball on
huge.
our 30. On their 33-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Garcia does here. It looks like Chuck's still being worked on over on the sideline, so we'll see what the call is from Coach Garcia with the quarterback being out for this possession. You've seen Jacob been able to throw it as well, so we'll see who he goes with here.
It's 1st and 15, but Chuck Brush still getting attended to on the sideline. It looks like Cesar Morales might be playing quarterback. He's the one talking to Javier Garcia.
He's got those Lamar Jackson wheels, so you never
does,
know.
yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Got to have that next man up mentality. You never know what can happen in a state championship game, so Warriors got to be ready here. And again, another opportunity, down by 10, 54 seconds to go, and ball in great field position.
There's deep shotgun snap. They're way back there. A little pitch to Caesar. Caesar's going to dump to Ben. Ben immediately stuck, and that's going to be no gain. Clock's running at 45 seconds. Warriors probably not in a big hurry without really having a quarterback to run a hurry-up offense.
Yeah, getting to this half would be big for Chuck. That'd be a lot of time for him to rest up and maybe, hopefully, shake off whatever's bugging him right now. But we'll see if the Warriors can pick up something here on second down.
So 23, 22 seconds. Snapless probably has enough time for maybe 2 plays, depending on the. So Caesar with the ball. He's going to decide to tuck and run. Can't break out of that tackle, and down he goes, and that'll probably be the end of the half.
Yeah, I think Coach Garcia knows they're getting the ball to start the second half, especially with your quarterback out for this drive. That best thing to do might be to get to the halftime. Take the loss, but know that still a whole half of football left to play, and plenty more to play for here in the second half.
It looks like Sunnybrook took a timeout, and I think they're getting a sense. Oh, they are. No, that was half. So at the half.
Lions lead 32.
Annapolis trailing 22 to 32 as we are in the TCAL 6-man state football game. We've seen a really, really good game so far. Well, Coach Hayden.
Yes, sir.
It's been a crazy first half.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, first quarter was Big 12 football all over the place, shootout, score. And in the second half, we really saw the game slow down. A lot more slower drives, some turnovers coupled with that as well from both teams. But, yeah, a couple more from us that results in the Sunnybrook having a 10-point lead here coming into the half.
Yeah, there was a pick six, a lot of fumbles. We stalled out on drives because of penalties or turnovers, really hurting ourselves. Defensively, we've been great in the first initial few downs, and then third and fourth we gave up some big plays. But it's been nice. Towards the end of the second quarter, we were able to get a couple stops on fourth down, so that's been encouraging.
Yeah, for sure. And, the good thing of that is, yes, we did not score in that quarter, but we gave up about 24 the first quarter. They only scored once that whole quarter.
Right.
That's a win for your defense.
Right.
And you got to take that win. And, again, you do not expect the Warrior offense to be scoreless again in this next quarter. That's uncharacteristic for them. I think with some good words from the coaches from the half, they should be able to reset and get themselves going here starting the second half.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thanks for joining us, Warrior Nation. We are trying to work, like I said, it's a 3-man job with 2 men here, so appreciate you working with us. We know that the camera is way back there and maybe not as clear as we'd like it to be, but we appreciate you staying with us, hanging with us. Do not go, though. The second half is going to be pretty exciting, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Anything can happen. 10-point game. Warriors getting the ball.
That's right.
We're ready to roll.
Yeah, so get to halftime, regroup, figure out. Hopefully Chuck will be given enough time to kind of hopefully come back in. If not, be able to make the adjustments and start rolling that second half.
Absolutely. Grab your snacks, but don't go anywhere.
Yeah, stay tuned.
for some other end, but because it's actually a good, right? I like to use the example of a steak. Sometimes you eat a steak because you're hungry, right? Other times you eat a steak because the steak's just good, and it's your birthday or whatever, you know, and it's knowing God is the end, right? And that's the classical Christian tradition would affirm that knowing God, right, and knowing Him is the chief purpose. To state it theologically, just because it's such good tradition, the older theologians, Protestants and Catholics alike, would say that our goal is the beatific vision, the blessed vision of the glory of God that we will have when Jesus comes back. More inside the Protestant tradition, we would say that that comes through seeing Christ, right? When I see Christ in His unveiled glory, that's me fulfilling my purpose, right? So literally, the purpose of the world, the purpose of all humanity, right, is to know God in His glory.
Right.
To, shorter catechism, right?
Right.
Glorify God and enjoy Him forever.
Right.
But then how? By seeing God, right?
Right.
And so that then, within a consistent classical Christian education, literally works its way back and informs every single thing that we do, right? God has two books, general revelation, special revelation, creation and scripture, right? And what are we looking to see? God in His glory. That's what we're looking to see. Why? Because it's the delectableness of our soul. It was what we were meant to do. There's no other end for which it serves. It's literally just that. So we care about, in a way of speaking, people being actualized, right? Being better people. We're all about character formation.
Right.
And we're all about preparing people for their vocations. But at the end of the day, I would argue the main purpose is to see God in all His glory.
Sorry about that. We switched over to our audio, so we got the mute. There's the little roller. It bounces up to Eli. Eli Oliver's going to just do a little spin move, and that ball was down, though. Ball did pop out, but he was definitely down.
Good to see there to be able to keep that ball if you're the Warriors.
But ruled down before the fumble. It will remain Warrior ball.
So Warrior ball, as Coach and I were having a conversation with ourselves. We were mute.
Oh, man.
We were talking about the keys to the game being, don't turn the ball over.
Yes.
Execute, and the question mark is Chuck's health. We'll see if he's out in the huddle. I didn't see if he came out or not. If not, it's going to be Caesar at the helm. And I can't see in the huddle if he came out or not.
Yeah, you'd really like to see the Warriors get a
like
good drive here, take care of the ball.
Yep, he is out there, so that's good to see.
He's a
Chuck
trooper,
under
man.
center.
He's a trooper.
And here we go. First play to Caesar. Bounces out to the sideline and runs through 30's tackle and then tackle from behind, but good first down. A little Caesar did not like how he got tackled, and Brogan Easter, little peacemaker there, tried to smartly moving his teammate away from any trouble.
The gentle giant being smart there and making sure we don't pick up a loss after the big play. And that's all you can ask for if you're the Warriors. Like we talked about at the half, Warriors are getting lots of opportunities. They just have not been able to capitalize with all those turnovers, which is really uncharacteristic for the Warriors. And so you really hope to just take care of the ball here, get a good drive going here to start the second half.
So tight formation, Chuck under center. He's going to pitch out to Caesar. Caesar's got an edge, good block on the edge, gets around there, dances along the sideline, stays in, and he's going to be close to that first down. Good block by Oren on the edge. I think they're going to say first down. Nice run.
2 plays and you're getting that first down. That's all you can ask for.
That's really, we've been lacking a little bit of execution on the blocking, which we had early in that first quarter. It's good to see Oren with a block just enough to hold that guy with enough of an angle for Caesar to get around, and Caesar finishes off with the first down run.
Yeah, you look for the Warriors to not put their foot on the brake here, to keep this rolling. Don't, again, go with what got you there. Keep their drive rolling here.
Little fake. He's got 3
wide
men
open.
Wide open. And Blake almost with a one-handed grab. Boy, he had a lot of green in front of him, too.
I think he was ready. His eyes were already ready to walk into the end zone on that one, but just wasn't able to pull in that grab before he got there.
You can see the adjustment as Sunnybrook sends literally half their team on a blitz. That quick little pass is there, just couldn't quite get the connection.
And that's what happens. If you start dominating the run game, they've got to be honest with it, and that's what really opens up the passing game. And, again, like we've seen a couple times in the first half as well, we've had guys wide open, but we just got to be able to connect on those.
All right, so 2nd and 15, tight formation. Chuck, if there's a fumble, Chuck wisely covers it up, but boy, that would not be good.
Yeah, and we've got to take care of that football. Again, this is a huge drive for the Warriors. You want to get back into this game, and a drive here would do it, but you've got to be able to take care of the ball, and now you're setting yourself up in 3rd down and long right here.
Yeah, 3rd and 15. We have been turning those balls over, so at least we were able to recover our own fumble, but it sets up for a big 3rd down. Now the referees are going to be conferencing. I'm not sure why. The sideline judge came in to talk to the main umpire. The Warriors are ready to break huddle, and looks like there's whatever they're talking about. I guess maybe talking about what they're going to do after the game. Maybe pizza
if
or
we're gonna get wings. Or
yeah, I'm not sure what we're going
plan?
to do. All right, we're back playing football. Chuck under center. Got Oren and Caesar in the backfield. Little play action pass. Chuck's going to roll left. He's going to just throw it in the air and
we got a flag down
way
early.
out of bounds.
We'll see what the call is here.
It's a flag on the sideline, and Coach Garcia is not happy with that call. As we've got another unsportsmanlike. Not sure it's going to be against the Warriors. That's going to back us way up on this.
Yeah, tough one.
He's walking the wrong way. Yeah, it was on the Warriors.
Yeah, you got to make sure you keep your head in the game here. You don't no matter what they're saying, no matter what they're doing, you got to be able to, be smart, be a good team player in this game. And, again, penalties like that can cost you. And what used to be what we thought third and long, here's third down and really long now.
Yeah, it's
and
3rd and 30.
And now you've got 3rd and forever. So maybe a chunk play here just to get back to where that penalty was here to make it 4th and at least manageable.
Yeah, we obviously probably don't have a play for a 30-yard gain, but just getting a chunk of it back would help. There's some room. Uh-oh. Little shake and bake, and now he's in the middle of the field. And, he's still on his feet, and a nice run. That's what we're talking about. That's that chunk play.
Maybe we do have a 30-yard play. My goodness. Okay.
Let's give the ball to Caesar and get out of the way.
That's what we do right there. And, great job. Made up the penalty yardage and a little bit more. So this is 4th and very manageable right here. It looks like it's going to be about 4th and 8. And so we'll see what the Warriors can do here.
Man, he's got that shake and bake, that little stop and go. Wow.
So quick with the feet, and that's that soccer player mentality coming into it, being able to do that. And this is easy for him. He's used to doing it with the ball. Now he just gets to do it with not have to worry about the ball. Oh, that's easy.
All right, Annapolis 4th down here. Tight formation, check under center. Little fake pass. He's gonna throw. He's got Blake and a circus catch. He got it. Blake with the circus catch. Oh, my goodness.
Odell Beckham Jr., you might have to step aside. Blake Kenyon has entered the conversation. My goodness. That is the play of the game so far from the Warriors. If he doesn't make that catch, it's turnover on downs. Sunnybrook ball. They're coming to take a 17-point lead, but it keeps it in a 10-point game. Now the Warriors are looking to score on 1st down and goal. My goodness.
Wow. He tipped it to himself and then bobbled it and able to secure it before going out of bounds. Amazing catch. Inside hand up to Caesar. He's got some space, and that's a touchdown. Just what we needed.
That's huge.
Morales with the touchdown.
Wow. Blake Kenyon, just like Jake's catch early in that first quarter, Blake Kenyon kind of gave him a little bit of energy boost, and then bam, right away, touchdown.
And that changes the entire momentum of the game. And really it feels like the Warriors have been getting, blown out with all the mistakes we're making. You look at the scoreboard, we've got a chance to make it a 2-point game.
Yeah, 6:19 left in that third quarter. Wow.
Man.
2 electric plays by the Warriors to finally break the ice a little bit. We've kind of been frozen on the score, and now Caesar hoping to tack on 2 more. Just noticed that Jacob Segundo not out there. Orrin Prine taking his spot. So I wonder if Jacob's having a little bit of the shoulder. He had a little of shoulder kind of stinger. And the kick is up, and Allstate. It's in good hands, and he got it.
Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Yep. Not yet, at least.
There you go.
We are looking though. Just like that, Coach. Boom. 2-point game.
Man, and, they say Friday Night Lights. The lights are on now
at
Rice University, and we're ready for the moment this time. We've shaken off those nerves from the first half, and like we talked about at the half, that, y'all couldn't hear, but now you'll hear now. The turnovers really were an issue, uncharacteristic from the Warriors to give up the ball that many times. But with, again, all those mistakes that we made, we're only down by 2.
Right, and it's early in the third quarter. Lots of games.
Plenty of time.
Yeah,
you're not playing your best. So even when we're not at our best, if we're hanging with Sunnybrook, if we can start to play like the Warriors in the second half, we might be in good shape.
Yeah, I know you can't see on the film, but Blake Kenyon's catch,
oh my God,
was SportsCenter worthy. It was amazing.
Insane. I
mean,
the concentration to have a guy who's pulling you down, but to still be able to keep your eyes on the ball. I have not seen a catch like that all season long, and what a time to perform it in the state championship game here in Houston, Texas. My goodness.
Yeah, pretty amazing. We are now going to be kicking off as Cesar Morales will be doing the duty. So the sun has set, the lights are on, and now it is showtime for Annapolis as they are making their way, as they are looks like adjusting alignment just a little bit. And Caesar now stepping back. He'll be addressing the ball with his big left foot. 6:19 left in the third quarter, as Annapolis finally putting up some more points after getting stuck in the second quarter. Let's see what Annapolis tries to do. Lions have had some trouble, and Caesar's just going to boot it, and it's going to go over one's head, and that's going to be a touchback. So nice kickoff. That's going to put them on the 20-yard line, and that's the one benefit of having someone who can kick.
Yeah.
I mean, just immediately no return, and putting their defense in a good position with the field position being in our favor.
Absolutely, and really, this Warrior defense has taken it up a notch since that second quarter started. Only giving up one score. After scoring here, Sunnybrook really wants to answer, so you do not want to change anything up if you're the defense. Go with what got you here. This defense needs to come up big right here and get a stop.
All right, so 1st and 15, Sunnybrook having twins to the left, 3 in the backfield. Looks like Orrin and Jerry coming in hot. They're going to pitch back there, and he's looking to throw. Jerry is pressuring him, a little dump pass and behind him, and there's nobody home, and that's going to be well defended. Jerry and Orrin did a good job just keeping him in front of him, working together, not letting him give an edge, and forced a bad pass.
Yeah, and his eyes were down the field. You could tell he wanted to go for the home run pass, but just too much pressure up front from the Warriors. Great job to contain him as well and come up with a big incomplete pass right there.
2nd and 15. As Coach was saying, this would be pretty pivotal if we were able to get that ball back. And like I said, we've been really good in these early downs, and now it's just be great to see us turn it up and get that ball back, or just make a really big play here.
Not many on the line for Sunnybrook. We'll see if we get some more pressure.
Yeah, they're going to bring that third person in the back, 22, not sure what to do. Now he's just going to line up kind of as a tight end. Now there's 2 in the backfield. Here comes Jerry again. The ball's on the ground. Oh, he picks it up again. Another bounce, and he's going to dump, pass, and once again, that ball just bouncing right to him.
Able to make something out of nothing, Sunnybrook. That's been the storyline tonight, folks. If you're just joining us, there has been lots of balls on the ground, lots of crazy plays, but just somehow, some way, Sunnybrook has been able to manage to turn what would have been a 10-yard loss into a 5 or 10-yard gain. And
Jerry was right there. That ball just bounced right back to him. But good defense on the back end to not break down the play. Caesar and Chuck both there to usher him out, and it's 3rd down and about 10.
Yeah, you watch out for the run here, because they might know that they can get another 4th down opportunity here.
Yeah, so they'll be 2-down territory. And he's got the edge now on a lot, and then boom, good job Jake coming up and meeting him, and it's going to be short. Yeah, he went out of bounds really early. That's going to be 4th and 4. There we go. Here's a chance now to get that ball back, make a big 4th down stop here.
Yeah, it looks like they actually marked him a little shorter than what I thought. But
yeah, he went out pretty early.
It's going to be a pretty big play here for the Warriors. Just after the score, 2-point game. Again, the clock's running now that this defense has been going, so 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. This would be big to get us the ball back with a chance to take the lead.
So Jerry Gleason back in. Got Jerry and Ben on the line. We'll see I wonder if the Warriors are going to bring some pressure. Sunnybrook's going to be in that tight formation, and there's a timeout, and the Lions coach not happy with the lineup or how the things were going to transgress.
Yeah, it looked like there was some confusion, and the Warriors looked like they were ready for that short run, and I don't think Sunnybrook liked what they saw.
Again, just want to thank our sponsors. If you'd love to be a part of what you're seeing here, get your name on our live stream. Like I mentioned, it's not just for football. We will be continuing to live stream big games as in that we enter the basketball season. As we get into the conference and postseason, you can be a part of that. We are very thankful for all the sponsors that we have, and the generosity of them, but there's always room for more. If you have any questions or interested in it, please contact the school, ask for Miss Dee Dee Lamone, or go to AnnapolisChristianAcademy.com and look for sponsorship. All right, Coach. 4th and 4.
And these are the plays. These are the plays that win you a state title. And, you look back on the film after the game, and you're going to come back to a lot of these plays. Everybody's tight for Sunnybrook here on a short.
Yeah, it's
4th
real
down.
tight. And there's the little handoff, trying to get around the edge. He's going to – Oren's there, but didn't quite get him in, and he's going to get that first down.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be the brotherly shove, as some might call, that you've seen the Philadelphia Eagles master so well. But it was a fake. They go around the edge, and, the Warriors were hoping that it was going to be that inside run.
Yeah, they did a good job stringing it out, but it just couldn't quite get him corralled enough, and he was just able to squeeze out 5 yards and get that first down. 1st and 15, Annapolis still on defense, and they're now on Annapolis side of the field. They stay in that tight formation again, and that same kind of handoff, and we get strung out again, and this time there's no chance to get around the edge as 4 or 5 Warriors are there to stop that.
Yeah, much better job from that time from Annapolis. Way to wrap him up early.
And it looks like there's a Lion who's down as looks like he's got a cramp.
It's been a very physical state championship game so far. We've had some players from both teams down early, but of course we wish nothing but the best for the injured Lion at the moment.
Well, Annapolis has done a really good job defensively, as they've been able to, like in that play, just string everything out and then runs the ball really well. It's been great to see. Our defense has been a strength all year long, and they've been pretty stout, particularly since the late second quarter. They've been able to get off the field, and now let's see if we can make a play here on 2nd down.
Staying with this tight formation again from Sunnybrook.
Yeah, this is a little bit different look for them. They like that little, kind of behind-the-back handoff. I'm guessing they've got a couple plays off of that, and there's an inside handoff, and good reaction by Chuck, and I think Ben was a part of that too.
Yeah, like we talked about, the second quarter is a little bit longer, and I think I'd take my money on the Warriors if it became a shootout. So Sunnybrook's looking to slow the game down, take their time, and maybe run this clock here in the 3rd quarter. So Warriors just got to stay disciplined, keep making stop after stop. You got a 3rd down here. Again, you got to watch out for the pass, because I'm sure they've got a pass option out of that tight formation.
Yeah.
They might try to do a fake here, so just got to be ready for anything.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to stay in that really tight formation. It's kind of like a V formation. They've got kind of these, I'm sure they've got a lot of extra. There's the pass we're looking for. Pressure. He's going to throw it up. The ball's up for grabs, and he caught it.
Beautiful catch by 3.
Both Caesar and Chuck were there,
Christian
and
Huber,
30 with an amazing
and that's going to be a first
catch.
Oh man!
Wow.
Yeah, that's another Sports Center one there, and it looks like he's still wobbling after that one. He took a hard hit, but double coverage. Warriors were there, but they could not stop him. That was a very impressive catch that sets up 1st and goal now for the Lions.
The quarterback just lofted that ball. It was kind of up for grabs, and 30 was just able to time it. Came down hard, but unfortunately for Annapolis, he kept the ball. All right, so the Lions stayed in that tight formation. There's that inside kind of back handoff, and we've got Blake was there and then held him up, and the ball's loose. Ball's loose. They're going to say he was down.
Yeah.
The ball did squirt out. I think it was after he was down. Blake did a good job shutting that down, wrapped him up, and then the rest of his friends came and finished him off.
Unfortunately, we cannot call out to the Rice American Athletic Conference officials and ask for an instant replay on that one.
We have the capability here. This is a college stadium. They've got all the bells and whistles.
That is true, but unfortunately, they have ruled it down by contact. But again, Warriors could get a big goal line stand here.
Boy.
Still a 2-point game, a close one here in the TCAL State Championship. We'll see what the Warriors can do here.
So it's 2nd and goal, ball on the 8-yard line. Lions definitely slowing this game down. They're running a lot of clock. It's 2:20 right now. Now he's going to pass.
Good
Here comes
pressure.
the pressure, gets out of the first one, dumps it off, and he's going to be short of the goal line. Right,
Just
boy,
shy.
man, the 1 foot yard line is 17. Reached out to try to squeeze that ball in, but couldn't quite get it. And now it's 3rd and very short.
Yeah, and you can expect a run here from Sunnybrook, and I'm sure Coach Garcia is telling his players that. But even sometimes you might know what they're going to do, but we'll see if we can stop it. So the Warriors got to be ready just to power through and just get them down right here.
So 3rd and ball's on the inside that 1 yard line. It's gonna be pretty tough to keep him out of the end zone. The ball's on the ground. It's a fumble. He went down. They said the ball was on the – something happened. I think they tried a little tricky play, but his knee went down and it was a loss.
Like his knee was down for sure.
Yeah. I'm not sure what they were trying to do. I think he fumbled the ball. And
One stop here
it's
would
4th
be
down.
Huge.
Wow, here we go. A loss of a half a yard, so now it's 4th and goal at the 1 yard line. Wow.
Again, maybe some nerve setting in for Sunnybrook. You've got the ball right where you want it, but again, every yard earned is hard to get here in the state championship.
2:11 left in the 3rd quarter. Big 4th down, 4th and goal, and the ball on the 1 yard line. Lions staying in that tight formation. Last time they fumbled out of it. The ball is trying to get that back. He's got the edge and can't take him down. Blake was there. Man. Blake was there. That's a tough open field tackle on a good running back, and unfortunately broke that tackle and in for a score.
Yeah, nice run to stay with it from Sunnybrook, and they take on the touchdown there. But like we talked about early in the game, every single point is going to matter. It is still a one-possession game at the moment.
Is,
so
yeah.
This is a
big.
big play right here for Sunnybrook.
They've had trouble early on with these extra point tries. They've settled down and got the last couple, but that initial snap to the holder has been an issue. Let's see if maybe that becomes an issue again, or we get a block and could keep them off the board. That ball's up, and it's going to be good, I think. Yep.
And it's good.
So 10-point game. As the Warriors did a good job defensively, but couldn't quite make enough plays to keep him out of the end zone. It is well, Coach, that was a long drive. Sunnybrook kind of slowed the game down, was pretty methodical. We were able to get them in a couple 4th down situations, but they got a couple big conversions and eventually the score.
Yeah, we talked about big plays. They were able to come up with some there. And, again, you feel for the guys. They're working hard. They're working really hard, fighting on every possession. We're able to get them to those 3rd and 4th downs every single time. We just haven't been able to make up that big play on 4th down and get the turnover on downs.
It's really been about Sunnybrook's been able to make those plays. They've been picking up the balls off the turf, balls that are bouncing away from us are bouncing to them, and then that big catch on 4th down with double coverage. You know, we're so close. We just need to make a couple of those big plays, and I think that would turn the game in our favor.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, plenty of time. 2 minutes to go in this quarter, which is an eternity, but also another quarter to go. So, again, only 10 points, plenty of time left for the Warriors. We've seen what they're capable of. They were able to score 54 points in a half in a playoff game. So
there's a little squib kick. Oren wisely just covers it up. 1st and 15. The ball's going to be at the 26-yard line, 27-yard line. Let's see if Annapolis can respond. Had a great drive the time before that ended up in a touchdown. Now, Annapolis needs to put together a methodical drive and kind of get some momentum that way. We've relied a little bit on the big plays, especially with Caesar's run. Well, not that we won't take that, but it'd be nice to see a little bit of execution here. Annapolis in that tight formation, a little pitch out to Caesar. Caesar's got a little of a crease there and gets popped pretty hard at the end. Bounces up pretty quickly, and that's going to be a good 1st down run.
Yeah, and like we talked about, you never we'll say no to a big play, but you definitely want to get your offense cooking here. You want to get them some runs, some passes, keep Sunnybrook honest, keep them guessing on what you're going to do, and, yeah, just keep going here. We got a minute and 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter. See if we can get into the Sunnybrook field position by the time that clock expires.
So tight formation again. Chuck under center, 2 in the backfield. Little to Oren, and he gets wrapped up high and gain of about 4. Another decent run. We'll take 4 or 5 yards a pop. We'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely. If we're running the ball well, I mean, that's the beauty of if you're running the ball well, it's a lot easier. It makes everything easier because now you're looking at third and short versus if you try to pass the ball and you can't come up with it, it can be third and forever. And so we'll definitely take third and short all day long.
So under a minute now in the third quarter. After a long first quarter with lots of scoring, the game has definitely sped up with a little bit more of just ground game. Pitch to Caesar on the outside, little in and out.
Got an edge.
He's going to get the corner and first down. Good first down run. That's a nice little sequence there to get their first down. Good runs on all 3 plays, and now they move the chains.
Hey, if they ain't able to stop you, don't stop it. I mean, keep going. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Take care of that football, and this is a way to do it, you know. When you have that ball in the air, anything can happen, but with these solid running backs we've had all season long, we trust them to be able to make the play, to take care of the ball, and it's always a safe option. It's always a solid option for the Warriors if they can continue running the ball well.
Napa staying in that formation. Chuck under center. Oren and Caesar in the backfield. Play action. He's got a man. It's Blake
there
again, and in and out of his hands.
Oh.
Good pass. It was tight coverage. It was going to be a difficult catch. Unfortunately, he drops it, and now it's going to be 2nd and 15. I like the play action, though.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing with the run game. If you start cooking, they got to be ready to stop it, and that opens up the passing game. And that pass is going to be there. They're going to get another look here, whether it's this quarter or late in the game, to where they'll have another shot to take, and hopefully we'll be able to capitalize on it.
So 2nd and 15. And really, throwing on first down is not terrible the way you've been running the ball.
Yeah.
If we can get back to that ground game, get some yardage, and keep rolling here. Another play action pass. Chuck's got a lot of pressure. He's just going to throw it up and throws out. Pretty wise about didn't want to force anything. Just threw it away. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, I really like how Chuck responded after the pick. You know, it felt like he rushed himself a little bit on that one, which was uncharacteristic. But since then, coming out of the injury, he's been back, making some hard decisions. Again, having a short memory, which you have to in this game. You know, there's been mistakes by both teams, but in a game where it doesn't matter in the box score, it matters who has more points at the end of the game. So really, you just got to keep battling, keep fighting, and again, 2 more downs here for the Warriors. So we'll see if they go back to the run game after a couple of incomplete passes.
So 3rd and 15. This down's pretty critical to at least make 4th down manageable. It's definitely 2-down territory for them. 2 in the backfield. And they're going to give to Caesar, and he bounced out of 1 tackle, comes back in, and decent run. Got about half of what he needed, so that's good. Run about 7 yards.
Yeah, that's big. That's a lot better than what it could have been. It looked like he was about to be down short right at the yard line, but it looks like he picked up a nice run on that one.
Yeah, so end of the third quarter. It is a 10-point game, and here we go. It is the 4th quarter of the state championship game. Woo! Man, it comes down to 1 more quarter. Napa's been playing catch-up the whole game.
Yeah.
But
And
now's the time.
this is it. You know,
Yeah.
this is what it all goes out the window now. All the talking, all the noise, all the lights, everything. Now you just do what got you here. All the practice, all the plays you learned all season long is down to executing those, and it's down to just playing your game, right? You worked on this all season long. You've had games all season long. This game is no different than any other game.
Right.
You can't change what you're doing. You can't try to be the hero, because that's the thing. If somebody tries to do too much or do their job, no, you just got to do your job.
Right.
Do your job, because if everybody does their job, if every one of those Warriors does their job, they're going to be able to come up bigger.
Right, yeah. So down to the last quarter, Warrior Nation, we need you. We need your energy. So you hang on. This is going to be a great finish. When they played before, it came down to basically a Hail Mary with a minute left. Sunnybrook got the end of that. who knows, some sweet revenge maybe
You
in
never
the
know, you
works.
never know.
Who knows? Let's see. All right, well,
Absolutely.
we can't wait. One more quarter for state championship. Warriors driving. Need to get that big first down, though. They're now 4th down, 4th and 7. Let's see what they do.
Give a shout out to some of us watching on Facebook. We've got about 30 people on Facebook, much more on Huddle. Shout out to the Hoffmans. Shout out to Coach Leifer. Praying for Miss Hannah Hoffman as she just had her surgery. Hopefully that went well. Praying for recovery.
Well, thank you, Warrior Nation, for tuning in, and this is going to be a great quarter. Here we go. 4th and 7. Warriors with the ball. Chuck under center. Little fake. And he's got a lot of pressure, and he's going to – oh, no, I think he fumbled the ball. And that's going to be turnover. That is not the way you want to turn the ball over. It would have been better for him just to take the sack. He gave up a few more yards, and now Sunnybrook gets the ball plus a little momentum and some extra yards on that turnover.
Yeah, thankfully they were able to bring him down. He was not able to return that fumble because that could have been a lot
Wow,
worse.
yeah, that was looking like that was disaster from the beginning.
And again, we talked about there's plenty of time, but this is a pretty big possession here. You're down by 10. You don't want to turn this into too big of a lead to come back from late in this fourth quarter. So a stop here would be huge for Annapolis.
Yeah, Annapolis has been the game's never been a bigger lead than 10 points. This would be a big stop here. Little pitch out to 30. He's got some room and coming back, and now he's got a lot of room, and he's going to try to outrun Caesar to the edge, and Caesar's able to run him down, but that's a big, big gain.
Yeah, touchdown save and tackle there from Caesar. But, again, Sunnybrook making play after play, and they tack on another one there.
Yeah, you can see Annapolis a little bit slower, kind of in and out of the huddle and moving. Definitely you can see kind of a little bit of an energy drain. They need a play to get some of that energy back and to keep them out of the end zone. So it's 1st and goal now. 1st and 5th on the 15-yard line. Sunnybrook staying in that tight formation, one back. And inside handoff, and it just gets, he breaks out of one tackle, and then Chuck Brush finishes him off. Oh, that's Caesar.
Yeah, again.
Jake's a little bit slow to get up. Jake initially, I think, had the hit on him, and he squirted out of that, and then Caesar cleaned up the mess. And now Jake's going to come off.
Yeah, again, you got to pick it up here if you're Annapolis. Your back's against the wall. Down by 10, you're tired. You've been fighting all game long. Both teams have been doing a really excellent job of fighting, even in the midst of all those mistakes. They're playing hard, but you got to just come up for a big play here in the fourth quarter.
Yep, so Sunnybrook on that unbalanced, got Twins receiver to the right, one in the back, little pitch. He's going to come back. He's got a lot of space in the middle, and upended by Chuck Brush.
It's a big tackle.
That's a nice tackle. He had a lot of room to run, and Chuck put him down before he really got going. Now it's 3rd down.
Again, the Warriors making stop after stop in these early downs, but we know Sunnybrook's been able to make some magic happen late into this drive. So hopefully we can get a stop right here if you're Annapolis.
So 3rd and 8. 3rd and goal on the 8-yard line. 2 big downs for the defense. Really need a big, big play here. Unbalanced line, everything to the right for the Lions. Little pitch play to 30. He's going to cut back in the middle and then out to the side. He's got blockers, and he's going to get ushered into the end zone, and that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown. Christian Huber.
Good blocking on that right side. They overloaded that right side, and it was man on man, and none of the Warriors could really get off their block, and he was able to kind of weave his way into the end zone.
Yeah, Sunnybrook's been able to capitalize when they get those stops. They've been able to get some scores, and their offense has looked solid all day long. They've had a couple of fumbles, but they haven't gone the Warriors' way, and they've been able to hang on to the ball, which has resulted in points, and they're about to tack on hopefully 2 more if you're a Lions fan. But 46 points is not a bad day at the office if you are Sunnybrook.
Well, if they can block this, it would keep it as a 2-score game. That did get
They
blocked.
do just
Nice.
that.
Good job. All right. So now it's a 2-score game. That helps.
That's
Instead of-
big.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about every single point's going to matter in this game, and in a comeback, you need all things to go your way, and that's something that needed to go the Warriors' way there, and they got that. And I know it's not much, but you'll take any little momentum.
wins here, yeah.
Yeah, you'll take any momentum you can, because right now it's all going Sunnybrook's way. And Mr. Lockyer, I got to ask you, what's something we can do to get our offense cooking again?
Well, we do have big play capability. We're going to need a couple big plays.
Yeah.
And we're going to need a turnover. We're going to need to change the narrative. They've been able to run clock and run down the field and score. We're going to need a turnover and some quick scores. If we can get that ball to bounce our way just even one time and get that turnover, make a big play, we're right back in this game.
Absolutely, and that's been the story. When we've made that big play, whether it's the Jake catch or the Blake one-handed catch, we were able to score right after.
Yeah.
And it seems that just gets the boys so fired up after a big play like that, and especially if you go back to the Arlington Heights game earlier this year when Jacob made that pick, it was just all Annapolis from here on out. So a turnover would be huge. If we can get a score here and a turnover, the momentum of the game would flip totally around. And again, plenty of time. You got 7.5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, the opportunities have been there. Now it's just a chance to make a play. Kicking off for Sunnybrook, it's going to be short.
Got some room to run.
Looks like Eli's got a little room to run, and there's a little flag. I'm not sure.
Hard to tell who that flag is.
Yeah, it looks like there's a. Looks like it's going to be on the Warriors for a hold. It's going to put them back 10 more yards. Don't need that. We need as good of a starting field position as we possibly can.
Holding called on the return team.
This first play will be pretty big, I think. It'll set the tone for the drive. You want to come out and show that you're not worried about that touchdown. You're not phased, because if you give the defense any sense of, some scariness, some panicness, they're going to be all over that. And so you want to come out strong and aggressive if you are Coach Garcia, I think, right here.
Definitely. First and 15. The ball is now at the 16-yard line, 17-yard line, deep in Annapolis territory. Warriors starting with that trips to the right, 2 in the backfield. Chuck with the shotgun snap. Chuck's going to run with it. He's going to try to, but nope, can't get out of that initial tackle. And good job tackling number 22 with a good open field tackle.
Yeah, again, we try to make something happen there, but Sunnybrook's done a pretty good job of the inside run, minus the couple big plays we had in the first half. Sunnybrook's been able to contain the big plays for the most part this second half. So looks like we have a timeout here from Coach Garcia. I think that's a smart one to ignite the comeback. You got to start somewhere. So I think this is a smart decision to make sure you start this drive on the right foot, make sure you get something good going in here, and give yourself some momentum at least.
Yeah, it's getting to be kind of crunch time here as Annapolis really needing to get a score here, and time is becoming a factor. There's 7 minutes left, and they need to score twice and stop Sunnybrook. We're starting to get a little bit tight on time.
Yeah, and really you need to score on this drive if you want a realistic chance. There's always craziness that can happen. There's always chaos. But if you want to control your destiny right here, you've got to get a score. And so in situations like you said, when the game gets dicey, who do you go to? You go to your leaders on the team. Chuck, Caesar, Jacob, some big offensive players. Look at maybe Blake or Jake to get a big grab here. But you go to your weapons because they've been able to execute all season long, and we'll see if they can execute right here.
Yep. Well, we'll see. It's a big second down now. As Coach Hayden said, this is a pretty big drive for Annapolis. Annapolis spreading things out. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield. Oren and Chuck, the deep shotgun snap. There's the motion by Caesar. Pitch to Chuck. He's going to throw it. He's found Caesar. He's got 2 men on him. Tries to spin out of that and gets pushed out of bounds. Decent pickup, though.
That's a big throw from Chuck. He got some pressure that he knew he wasn't going to be able to escape, and instead of taking the sack or instead of just throwing it away, he makes a very accurate throw to Caesar, and I like what I'm seeing. If we can get some more of that on this drive, we might be in good shape for a comeback.
Yeah, the pressure from Lions, I mean, it's just been like I said, 2-3 people. They're coming fast. The adjustment has been a quick pass. The defense is all defending really far up, but there just hasn't been enough time to get anybody deep.
Interesting formation here for the Warriors. They might take
a
shot here.
Yeah, the Warriors have sent it like deeper. Oh, there's a little bobble. Chuck has the ball. He's looking for somebody. He's got Ben and too far.
A little overthrown on that one.
Yeah,
looking for the big shot. Ben lost the ball a little bit, wasn't able to come up with it. Just a little bit overthrown on that one.
Yeah, we need to not be impatient. The short passes are there. People are open. I know we're looking for a home run, but it's not really the time to force something that's not there.
Yeah, as a basketball coach, I can put it into basketball terms a little bit. It's like when you're trying to make a comeback, you don't have to jack up all the threes. You know, you can take some layups, some mid ranges to get yourself back in the game. Here, you know, there's that temptation that we're down by 16. I just got to jack it up and get quick home run Hail Mary passes. But no, you got plenty of time. It's 6 man. You got 6 minutes. You got timeout. So just what you need is positive yardage here.
Yep,
big
so
plays after
fourth
plays.
down, 4th and 4. This is a big 4th down. Yeah, that ball dribbles back to Chuck. Chuck can run. He's got a lot of room. Yeah, they go down the middle. There's a first down and more. He's keep going. A little cutback, and there's a big first down. Good run by Chuck.
Like we talked about.
Huge run.
When your back's to the wall, the guys who got you there, go with what got you there. Chuck, again, not pressurized at all, made the smart decision. Saw he had wide open field in front of him and made them pay for leaving that field open.
Yeah, that field just split wide open as everyone was chasing receivers, and the rush, he was able to step up past the rush, and that middle field opened up. Great run, and now it's 1st and 15, even though the down marker still has a 4th down on there. There we go. That switches to 1st. So Oren taking that snap, and here comes, they just send one now. There's Jake and a big hit. They decide not to send that blitz, and they were settling back into coverage. And good catch by Jake. Is about maybe a 2-yard gain, but they were kind of back in zone waiting for that.
Yeah, and the only problem with those is it keeps that clock running when the clock is your worst enemy right now. So maybe looking to get out of bounds on some of these here.
And they're going to send just one. As Chuck's going to throw it back to the middle of the field, and that's way over everyone.
A little dangerous there on that one.
Yeah, he was expecting Jake to go, and Jake was kind of settled down in a little soft spot. I'd like to see him not abandon the run. You've got Cesar Morales. I mean, you got a home run hitter right there. You don't need to just throw deep stuff. They just need to be I think they just need to be a little patient.
Yeah, and even if you're passing it here, if you can get them a small little dink and dunk just with open field in front of them, they can still run and create a play here if you can find Jacob or Caesar. But
yeah,
we'll see what they dial up here on 3rd down.
So staying in that spread formation. They've got twins to the right, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Oren and Chuck in the back. A pitch to Chuck. Chuck's going to roll right, and he's got a receiver on the sideline, and he tries to get a toe in. And no. Good catch by Ben. He just couldn't keep a toe down, and incomplete. That's going to be a bit. Now here we go, 4th down.
Man, that was tough. It looked like he was so close, but I think he might have just lifted up that foot as he was catching it. A great catch.
Yeah, good try.
He wasn't able to get that foot down, and this could be your ball game here, folks.
That's 4:44 left. 4th and 13. That's a big 4th down. Sunnybrook has decided not to. They were sending 3, and now they're only sending 1, which means that there are a lot of guys in coverage. And I wonder if it's going to be a little bit more difficult for our receivers to get open. So pitch back to Chuck. Little spy on Chuck. He's going to decide to run. No, he's going to throw in the middle of the field and way overthrew it. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, he had him just a little bit overthrown on that one, trying to throw off the run. It looks like there's a Sunnybrook player down after the play.
So a promising drive comes to a anticlimactic conclusion. It's going to come down to a defensive play here, or this is where the turnover really needs to happen.
Yeah, you're really needing here a turnover. You'll take a turnover on downs. You'll still have some time if you can get a couple turnovers here. Whether it's on the ground or whether it's in the air, however you can take it, you'll take it here. And yeah, again, still time left. The game is not over yet. You got a 2-possession game still, so you just need a couple of stops. But yeah, Warriors really need to dig deep here and find their way back into this game.
Yeah, it's pretty critical time here as it's 4:40 left. The Lions have been able to use a lot of clock on their drives. It's good to see two coming off the field. He's got a little bit of a limp, but it's good to see him walking off in his own power. This is when we need a big play.
And again, at the NFL level, you'd say this game's over, but this is high school, so players make mistakes, as we've seen in this game. You've seen mistakes from both teams. If the Warriors see that ball on the ground, they've got to go dive on it and just be ready for anything right here.
Sunnybrook in that tight formation. They've got the receivers to the right. Little pitch play. 30's going to cut back in, and he's going to get driven to the ground as Chuck Brush picks him up and drives him back. And Chuck's going to try to keep that game moving as he's got, I think, some equipment, like an armband or something that came off. Second down, gave him about 3. Lions just very, very slow getting in and out of the huddle, definitely taking their time. They're trying to string this out, burn as much clock as possible. They're going to snap the ball with under 4 minutes left. They're just waiting. Their coach telling them when to snap the ball. Little pitch play. Oren Prime's there. He's going to get around Oren, and then Caesar just closes the door on him.
That's big. That's big. All you can ask for is a chance here. Your back's against the wall. It's, all the numbers are against a comeback here, but plays like that give yourself a chance to get yourself back into this game. Looks like there's a timeout from Coach Garcia here, a wise one, to stop the clock after a big play. Give the guys some words of wisdom here coming in late into this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's 3:39 left. We need the ball, and we need to score twice. Sunnybrook is stringing out and burning up as much clock as possible. Good play, though, defensively on a tackle for loss. But, again, a turnover would be huge.
It would. If we could just get one break that falls our way, that would be a game changer. And, it's 6-man football, so anything can happen. Onside kicks are a lot more likely than they are in college or the NFL or even 11-man football. So, really, you can't count anybody out of this game yet. But with all that being said, the Warriors have to get this stop right here. They need either turnover or to get these 2 stops on 3rd and 4th down right here.
Yeah, they really can't give a first down here. So 3rd and 13, 3rd and maybe 12. Little play action pass. He's got a man. There's 2 people there, and he's going to go up high. And good defense. Good as Chuck and Caesar all over 17. He's their big play receiver, and he got a lot of attention that time. And good defense.
Yeah, really good defense. And it's a risky play from Sunnybrook because it stops the clock.
Yeah.
The playbook might say to run it there, the numbers, the math, but they went for the game-ending play right there, but came up a little bit short, so favors the Warriors. If they can get a stop right here, they got 3.5 to go. Still some life left if they can get a stop right here, right now.
This is huge. 4th down, 4th and 12. If they get the ball back, they have good field position. The pitch out, and Blake's there again, slows him down. He's going to cut back in, still on his feet, still need a tackle, and oh, no. First down run. He just powered and willed his way, got through several Warriors. Great run, though. That's a big run for the Lions.
That's a knife to the chest right there, man. You thought you had him brought down, and he just kept trucking and trucking. And they've been doing that all night. You got to give them credit. They've done a really great job of just breaking out of the tackles. And, when it seems like the play is absolutely done, no gain, they found a way to just make something out of nothing. And that's been the story of the game so far. They've probably had, almost half their points from their drives come off of plays where, we had them against the ropes, and just somehow they just found a way to get the ball to bounce in their favor or to just truck through and get those extra yardage, and they make the Warriors pay there.
Yep, that's a big first down, and I think Coach Garcia is subbing in some freshmen. I think he's maybe – good. As Blake came in with a nice tackle. And there's a timeout. Coach Garcia is rotating some freshmen in, I think maybe just to give some people some break. We've, Jake, Chuck, and Jacob all fighting through injuries here.
Yeah, they came in battered and bruised here into the finish line, and so you knew it was going to be tough for them to come into this game full strength, because we had some prior injuries coming into this game. And, man, they've been fighting. They've been fighting all night long. And, on the defensive side, offensive side, that's the crazy thing about six-man. Other players have the benefit of, I can go sit down on the bench while my offense is out there. No, six-man, you got guys that play both sides of the ball.
Right.
And so these guys are tired. They're fighting all night long. Really great job from both teams so far in this game. And we'll see if the Warriors can somehow get a stop right here to maybe get the ball back late in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, we're going to need some kind of break. This is, like I said, Lions need to make a mistake here. Two with the ball. He's got a lot of room. He's going to get tracked down, and Eli's going to usher him out of bounds. That stops the clock, though.
That is big.
Yeah.
Stops the clock. Gives yourself a chance to make up one more stop here. Even though you gave up the yardage, you might trade a couple yards for a clock stop here.
Yeah, the clock is really most important at this point. They have to stop them from getting a first down. A first down is going to pretty much be that'll pretty much be the end of the game. Third and about 10 yards, maybe 9 yards. Brogan Easter with the late substitution for Santi, as trying to put in some bigger bodies in that front line. Pitch play. The ball's on the ground. Ball's
Still
loose.
down.
We need
Still
to
down.
get it. We need that ball. Get the ball. Oh, no.
My goodness.
Oh, that's what we needed. Just could not
man.
get the ball.
And folks, if you're just joining us, that has been the story of the game all night. We've had our chances. Those 50-50 balls where that ball's on the ground, we have just not managed to be able to come and corral those in tonight. Oh, man, what a gift.
Oh, man. Blake was there, but just couldn't quite get the angle on it. And by the time the rest of the Warriors came, the ball was corralled. And big loss, though. It makes it fourth and about 18.
Yeah, the
but
clock's
the
ticking.
clock is running. It's went at 48, 47.
If you get a stop here, though, you still will have a chance to get the ball back. So
Yeah.
we'll see if Annapolis can do something here.
Annapolis, this is just a critical. You have to get it.
This is for the game here, and yeah, you'll see what Sunnybrook does here after they call this timeout.
Yeah, and they're just going to let the clock run. Minute 32 left. Fourth and long.
Following this contest, we will have the awards ceremony.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of punts in six-man, but
No.
with a minute 30 left, Sunnybrook might just try to pin us deep and just say, all right, we're going to dare you to drive down the field and score twice on us. And, crazier things have happened.
In six-man, all bets are off. Anything can happen in six-man. So it really comes down to just making this play, getting the ball back. We're going to have to score quickly.
Yeah.
And then we're going to need some kind of break, an onside kick, recovery, something like that, where we're going to need a turnover to get that ball back. But one thing at a time, we got to get a fourth down stop.
Yes, this is it right here. This is your ball game, folks. Warriors, fourth down. Chance to get the ball back with not much time, but still a glimmer of hope. We'll see if Sunnybrook just runs a play or if they try to punt this ball away here.
So fourth and long. Sunnybrook, 3 in the backfield. They've got 2 receivers to the left. High snap. Here comes the rush. Oren's there. Here comes Blake. It's up in the air. Ben's there, and he caught it. Oh, no. And that's going to be a ball game. Ben was there, but that ball was perfectly thrown.
Man, he's not had the best night ever. He hadn't had a terrible game, the quarterback for Sunnybrook, but of course he waits for the last play of the game to have his best throw of the night. That was very impressive. And a nice catch as well to just keep running in stride, and he waltzes his way right into the end zone.
Yeah, man, Ben was there stride for stride, but that ball was perfectly thrown. There wasn't a whole lot that Ben could do. And now with minute 23 left, it's unfortunately, I think it's going to be too many scores, too many mistakes on our part. So Annapolis trying to block this kick, try to make a little bit of glimmer, a little positivity at the end of this drive. Comes through, and he does sneak it through.
It's good. Casterhahn with the 2-point conversion.
Well,
to go in the ball game.
it is
54-30.
Annapolis came into this game with a ton of momentum, but really where it was kind of their own worst enemy.
Yeah.
With a lot of turnovers and a few ill-advised penalties. And Sunnybrook they kept making the plays. The ball bounced their way a few times, and they just took advantage of it.
And the story of the game has been just that. I mean, both teams have made mistakes in this game. Sunnybrook, when they've had those opportunities where we've made a mistake, they've capitalized on them. And when we've gotten the stop on Sunnybrook, we just haven't been able to come up with it tonight. We have all season long, but just have come up a little bit short tonight. But however, things are looking pretty dim right now, but the game could be over if he gets the first down there. And all honestly, scoring there is probably the best thing that could happen for the Warriors because instead of zeros right now, you still got a minute left. So, you still got a little bit of time. We'll see if any miracles can happen here as the Warriors try to air some balls out here. So, again, 6-man, you can score within 15 seconds. So we'll see if we can at least cut into the lead here a little bit to end this game.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, there are minute 23 left. As Coach said, by scoring quickly, it did provide us some extra time. They're just going to onside it. Ball bounces way high, and it's loose. And, oh, no, I think Sunnybrook got it. And they did, and this game is definitely over.
And that's the story of the night, folks. Just balls not falling our way. 50-50 balls, as Coach Harper likes to call them. Just, man, that's a tough break for Annapolis.
Yeah, we're probably 3 kneel downs away from the Lions securing their state championship. Once again, that ball bouncing around, and we couldn't corral it, and Lions end up with it.
Yeah, and that's not something you game plan for. When you go into the week before the state championship game, you do all your game plan, you do all your practicing, you do all your strategy, but with some of those plays, kind of like rebounding in basketball, it just comes off of instinct. It comes off of, being ready just for when that ball comes to you, you just fall on it. And, just some tough breaks for the Warriors tonight here in Houston.
Yeah, it really was. We battled, though, and we were not 100%. Yeah. Several of our key players were fighting through injuries. Jacob Segundo's time on the field was limited by some injury. That definitely, I think, was part of the factor, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, this game was close for most of the game. It was a 2 or 8 point game, heading into the first quarter. We had a shootout. Game started to slow down a little bit in the second quarter. Again, still a 1-possession game, but in the third quarter they started to slowly take the momentum of this game, and in the fourth quarter they were able to finally break through our defense, which, again, even with the mistakes, they've held strong all night long. Just at the end it became a little bit too much for us.
So 1st and 15, minute 20 left. I'm guessing they're just going to kneel, and we've used all our timeouts. There's not really a whole lot we can do other than just watch the clock go to zeros. Probably 2 more snaps, and the Sunnybrook Lions will be the TCAL state champions.
And, this isn't what the boys want to hear. This isn't what the coaches want to hear. You're not playing to lose. You're playing to win a state championship. With that being said, what a season for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Man, a lot to be proud of. They battled all season long, starting with a small squad, got some more boys along the way, started off strong, had some losses middle of the way, were able to gain some more momentum into the playoffs, and overall, man, you want to get that state championship. That's what you're preaching, but you got to be able to take a lot of positives away from this season for sure.
Yep, definitely. 41 seconds left, 40 seconds, one more snap, and this game will be over. And by the time they reset it, it's going to probably be enough time for no more snaps, and they're going to reset. And Sunnybrook is going to be the TCAL six-man state champions. Coach gets the douse of the water. And congratulations to Sunnybrook, the Lions, as Annapolis really couldn't ever quite get out of their own way, and too many mistakes on the Warriors' part to really overcome.
Yeah. Like we talked about, we kind of just kept clawing back in the game. We were down by about one score the whole game, but we talked about we don't want to let them get too far ahead where it was too much to overcome, and that's just what happened in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Again, just trying to make some big plays down the stretch, which you can't blame the guys for. They're just trying to come up big, but yeah, you maybe wish we would have run it a little bit more and go with our guys. But again, a lot to be proud of for the season. Even though you don't come up with a state championship, you can't just throw away a season based off of not winning state. A lot of guys getting more experience. A fairly young team. This might be one of the first times in a long time with our football team we've had no seniors on this team.
Right.
And so this group's coming back next year.
Right.
They're coming back with fire, especially after this. They're going to want to have that fire ignited to come back, get back here to this stage next year, and that's what we're all about. Fighting, but also, as you can see here at the end of this game, the Warriors and the Lions grouping up to pray, and that's really what it's all about. That's really awesome, and both teams played a really great game all the way up till the end, and really great to see both teams with respect and to know that there's something bigger than football.
Yeah, like you said, Coach, no seniors. And if you think about where we're at as a program, last year we lost in the semifinals.
Yeah.
This year, lost in the finals. We're taking that step, and this group of juniors particularly, they won state as freshmen and now are taking the next step. They're going to come back hungry, and next season, this will be their destination for sure. And it's kind of like the boys basketball team.
Yeah.
It's kind of the unfinished business. They lost in the semifinals, lost in the finals next year, or the last year. They came back and won it.
I'm liking your math.
Yes.
And again, we've heard a lot of big things about this junior high group. We've got some heavy hitters coming with this 8th grade group, so it's going to be pretty cool to see what the next generation of Warriors do.
Yeah, so our junior high program, very strong. Excellent season. And that's we're really building on, building, again, just like the boys basketball, taking that next step. And next year, with this team coming back, we're looking for a really strong season. But not taking away from anything from this season. Excellent season to get to this point.
Yes.
We were a little beat up, a little bruised and battered in the championship game. We fought, we battled. But
we didn't stop fighting.
That's
what you see. You really saw the integrity of the guys and the character, what they're about, and that's really cool to see as the Warriors looks like they're getting their awards here from a hard-fought fight, getting some recognition, which they definitely deserve. There's been a lot of great teams this year, and it is not an easy thing to win state championship, and even getting to here is, again, something really to be proud about. Getting to play at Rice University, that's a really awesome opportunity for them, and we're really proud of the boys.
Yeah, we want to be here a year from now, be back here. Now that we know the stadium, know the layout, we are looking forward to being back here a year from now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Warriors of Corpus Christi, Annapolis.
Well, Coach, another great season.
For sure. Absolutely.
It's, unfortunate, disappointing ending. But like I said, this team's going to be learn from this experience, come back bigger and better next year.
Absolutely. Not losing anybody. The future's bright. We've got about 9 or 10 8th graders that are coming raring to go. we might even have enough for 2 teams next year. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
And some of those 8th graders are ready for the varsity level already.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be exciting to see what happens next year for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Warrior Nation, for joining us. We appreciate your hanging in there. Great match. A little disappointed for the Warriors, but like I said, excellent season, awesome season for our Warriors. And again, thank you, Warrior Nation. Let's go Warriors.